Yeah. What's up? This that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back up in this BIH, man. And guess what? We on our bully shit today.
True.
We are on our bully shit today. You can believe that. Phone lines will be open. We ain't ducking no smoke from no nigga who got a problem with the coach. You guys know I stopped smoking weed. So since I stopped smoking weed, I stay on that shit. I stay on that bullshit every day, 7 days a week. I stay on it every day. Anybody got, I got a couple of messages from a couple of haters. Hopefully them whole ass niggas who will call in. What that bitch ass nigga name? Some nigga named Frazier. Hope you call in, whole ass nigga. Defending another nigga who got a YouTube channel. Hope that whole ass nigga call in today too. I'm looking for the whole niggas today. Anybody? No, I ain't talking about the family. If you family, we ain't talking about you guys. I'm talking about the ops, the whole niggas. You get what I'm saying? Any nigga got a problem? Call the boy. Call the old boy. That number, that line. I'm gonna drop that number. And guess what? So that phone number. We don't want you calling behind no caller ID now. You want to talk gangster? Talk gangster. Show that number, nigga. We ain't ducking no smoke today from any nigga. No matter who you is, where you from, we own it. Anyway, so let's give everybody in the chat a round of applause. Yeah. Shout out to H Entertainment, man. What's going on, man? Shout out to H Entertainment. Shout out to Teach in the building. Major Key Boxing. Shout out to the Tenderoni Bless 365. Shout out to Dade County's finest. Knockdown 305. To this day. Really though.
True.
Man, I said H Entertainment. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Rod. Shout out to Gertz. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Jamie Vasquez. Shout out to the Tenderoni Lisa Bells. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to Marlon Warren Santana. Okay, we reloaded. It kind of remind me of Tony Montana, but we gonna call you Tony Santana. Tony Santana, you know what I mean? Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing, man. Coming from all the way over there, man, in the UK. Punch Perfect Boxing have a real good YouTube channel, man. Like Jamie. Jamie, he's a lot more reserved than I am, but he really know his boxing. He know how to break down fight film, pretty much like on boxing gyms. And he know his stuff. He really know his boxing. This is one of the channels that I listen to over there in the UK. Him and Sporting Icons, like for real though. Schoolo X-Man in the building. Shout out, man. Shout out to the Tenderoni Jacket Hernandez. Rod in the building. It is what it is. And shout out to the Tenderoni vintage. You know, if you 40 and over, I like to say vintage Tenderonis. The vintage Tenderonis. You get what I'm saying? Vintage Tenderonis. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody, man. And once again, let's give everybody a round of applause and let's get into the show, man. Let's get into the show. Yeah, you know what I mean, man. I had to, I took a break yesterday because I was like, man, we had did a live Saturday night all the way into Sunday morning. I was like, man, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just gonna go to the movies, chill out, shang-a-lang, you know what I mean? Shang-a-lang a little bit. And now I feel I didn't go to the gym today, but I feel recharged. I feel revitalized. I'm energized, and it is what it is, man. I'm happy. You know what I mean? You guys know I stopped smoking weed, so I haven't been jonesing or anything. I finally got over the habit. I was jonesing that one day, that Friday. It was hitting me real hard, but now I feel real good, man. I feel real good, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. So, man, shout out to Rick Tills, man. H-Side in the building. H-Side stand up, man. Hey, Rick, you from the South Side, right? You remember who that was? When Scarface came out with the Untouchable album? That was 97. I spent my day right off a Holloway, broken, disgusted. Got enough money to buy food, but I'm smoking, so fuck it. Hit the schoolyard, the report card, because I'm larger than life. Clothes smoky, eyes shining. Yes, I'm high as a kite. Epic high school teacher. I'm a man of respect. South Acres, baby gangster, and demanding respect. Hey, boy, hey, look here, man. Hey, Rick. Boy, Rick, don't get me started, boy. Don't get me started about face, boy. You know, Scarface, he in my top 5, dog. I got Scarface in my top 5. So don't get me started. But anyway, shout out to the Tenderoni Miss D. Miss D, what's going on? Let's get into the show. Now, let's get into the show. It is what it is. Let's get into the show. So Rod say, Coach, before we get that Rick Glaser interview, can we FaceTime D-Block? Hey, look here, man. Look here, man. Hey, look here. Y'all get off my dog, D-Block. Y'all get off my dog, D-Block, man. Y'all go Dantes. Shout out to Dantes. What's up, baby? What up, my homeboy, man, for Temple? Shout out to Dantes, man. He say, Coach, we getting that D-Block call. Hey, you know what? D-Block called me, though. D-Block did call me. D-Block did call me, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you everything that he said because he left a message because I couldn't talk to him because I missed the call. But he did leave me a message. You know, D-Block was licking his wounds right now. Hey, as a matter of fact, D-Block is licking his wounds right now, guys. And before we get into the show, D-Block is licking his wounds. Now, I normally don't do this. Hey, Dantes, I normally don't do this, fam. On the show, I normally don't do this, but he licking his wounds. Let's say a special prayer for my dog, your dog, everybody dog, D-Block.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand because he helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
D-Block, you know what I mean? You know, and I want you to hold on, that God's unchanging hands, D-Block, because he helped Joshua, fight the battle of Jericho. Yes, he helped Daniel, get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord, don't worry about it, D-Block. If the Lord can help Gilligan get off the island, D-Block, the Lord can help you find the strength to call this show today, D-Block. Don't worry about it, baby. When you win some, you lose some. We got it wrong. I got it wrong before. Don't worry about it, baby boy. The thing is, over here on this show, we are a judgment-free show. We make a picks. You get it right, you get it wrong, and then we move on to the next fight, D-Block. Don't worry about that. Hey, shout out to Dantes dropping that $2 super chat. He said, BS, he ducking the smoke. I ain't cursing to come a dog like that. He said he ducking the smoke. That's it. He ducking the smoke. All right, man. Let's get into the show, man. Now, before we get into the show, I got a lot to cover today. Before we get into the show, you know how we do it over here. We are the only YouTube channel. We are that support the tenderonis. We love the tenderonis. We love the honey dips. We love the tenderonis, the honey dips, and we love the tenderonis, the honey dips, and we love the and the PYTs, the tenderonis, the honey dips, and the PYTs. If you are a tenderoni, if you are a honey dip, if you are a PYT, guess what? We got, I got something very special for y'all. Shout out to Keon Salcedo. Hey, okay. For dropping that $80, bam, cash up on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Keon, what's up, baby boy?
Playtime's over, boy.
Man, shout out to Swiss 718, man. Swiss 718, man, I appreciate that, man. He dropped the cash out on Coach, man. He dropped the cash out on Coach, man. I really appreciate that, man. Hey, you didn't leave a message though. He said for peace, Coach. He said for peace. Okay, hey, my brother say for peace. So peace in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. I think we gonna stall my dog D-Block out. Y'all know I got love for D-Block. I got love for D-Block. I got love for Will, Dantes, Knockdown 305. I got love for everybody in the chat. You guys know me. I fuck with those who fuck with me. And I advise y'all to take my philosophy on life. I only fuck with those who fuck with me. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you. If you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. And I think everybody in the chat should have that philosophy. Only mess with those who mess with you. Okay? Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Hey, Drew said he said She-Block and all the guys betting on Ryan ignored me, telling them I had direct knowledge Ryan was cashing out and not really training for this fight. They let hate cloud them. Currency over legacy. Hey, let's get into the show, man. All right. Now, y'all know how we do it now. Y'all know how we do it. This is to the ops. If you are a op and you've been hating, but you're going to come up, you over here watching this show today, guess what? I got something very special for you. Shout out to Candy Slim, man, for renewing his membership. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Candy Slim for renewing the membership. It is what it is. Anyways, shout out to Yarmus in the chat as well. Anyways, it is what it is, baby boy. It is what it is. He said, you caught my daughter in the ring. Zakia in the room? Oh, okay, what's Zakia at? Yeah, I don't see her. If my daughter is here, Zakia, how you doing? Zakia? That's my daughter that's in the chat. If she's in the chat, that's my firstborn. She's my firstborn. She'll be 30 years old in September. Her birthday is September the 19th. She'll be 30 years old. Anyways, y'all know how we do it. You know what I mean? That's my firstborn there. Y'all know how we do it now. To the ops. If you feel some type of way about Coach Malachi Williams, the phone lines will be open. Please call the show and express your grievances against me. Express your grievances against me. Please call the show. Express your grievances against me. You know what I mean? It is what it is, okay? But guess what? If you're op, remember, I only mess with those who mess with me. If you rock with me, I rock with you. If you don't rock with me, I don't rock with you. And you really ain't got no business over here. Moderators don't block anybody. I'm expecting the ops to be here. More than likely they are here. You know what I mean? But guess what? If you're an op, this is how I feel about you.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, she got to drop her name in the chat again so I can mark my daughter up. Anyways, man, let's get into the show. Now, everybody feeling some type of way about Ryan Garcia. And guess what? Everybody have a right to voice their opinion. Over here, you have a right to voice your opinion as long as you're respectful, but you have a right to voice your opinion. However you feel about Ryan Garcia, if you feel like he quit, that's fine. If you feel like he didn't quit, that's fine. Doesn't make me no never mind. You have people that are professional boxers felt like he quit. You have people that are professional boxers feel like he didn't quit. Regardless of what, however anybody feel, your opinion is your opinion. Doesn't make me no never mind. And I'm gonna drop the phone line so people can call in. Now, 700,000 pay-per-view buys. Industry expert Rick Glaser gives us the shocking details on the Davis versus Garcia fight. Now, a lot of people don't like Rick Glaser. Guess what? I don't care. There are some people who like other people that I don't like. Guess what? You shouldn't care neither. Your issues with Rick Glaser has nothing to do with me. And my issues with someone else should have nothing to do with you. If you like somebody and I don't like them, guess what? That's my problem. And if I like somebody, you don't like them, that's your problem. Just because you don't like somebody, don't mean that I'm not going to like them. And just because I don't like nobody, don't mean you shouldn't like them. Whatever your issues is your issues. We grown, right? So let's act that way. Now, Davis versus Garcia, epic showdown, made history for who? For both fighters. Vegas had Gervonta Davis as the betting favorite. He was the betting favorite as a minus 245 underdog heading into the fight. And it's another thing too. A lot of y'all don't like Glaser. That's fine. When he say pay-per-view numbers that you don't agree with, y'all say he lying. He hate the PBC. When he say pay-per-view numbers that you agree with, them same dudes who say he lying, he hate the PBC, y'all gonna turn around and say, yeah, you heard what Glaser said, so y'all gotta make your mind up. Is he a liar or is he not a liar? Don't pick and choose now. When he say low pay-per-view numbers, y'all don't like it. Now, I'm pretty sure now he's saying the numbers that you want to hear. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna run and be like, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah. Yes, you heard what Rick said. So, because y'all be flip-flopping. Can't beat you. Y'all argue both sides of the coin. You know, you argue heads and you argue tails. I can't beat you like that, okay? But let's get into the show. Now, and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, okay? Now, Davis versus Garcia epic showdown made history for both fighters. Vegas had Gervonta Davis as an overwhelmingly favorite, as we all know. But according to Boxing Insider, Rick Glaser, he said Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia epic battle definitely sold 650,000 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys domestically, which is really, really good. Really, really good. And now he said that he has to confirm them. He said he has to confirm them now. You know, he'll get more confirmation later on this week. That's what he said, though. You get what I'm saying? But you know, but that's what he's saying so far. The reports that he's hearing from his attorney that he deals with, right? That's in satellite and cable. That's in the satellite and cable business. Now, if this is the case, this is up there with the Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant fight for undisputed, and it's up there with Wilder versus Fury too. You know what I mean? This fight was billed as the face of boxing. Once these numbers have been confirmed later on this week, I don't know if Showtime will release those numbers. I hope they will. You know what I mean? This would prove there's a new sheriff in town when it comes to boxing. Who would Gervonta Davis fight next? I have no idea. Who would Ryan Garcia fight next? I have no idea. But I have a whole lot of information, so we got to unpack this, right? Will the fans request Gervonta Davis to fight the winner of Devin Haney and Lomachenko, or fight either Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson? Gervonta Davis did say he has some people on his hit list, and he named those guys as the people being on his hit list. We'll see how it go down. Let's get the super chats out the way, and let me go ahead and do some reading. Shout out to Iceman. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, who in their right mind believes Rick Glaser? You don't have to believe him. And I think the numbers that he's talking about domestically. You don't have to believe him. It is what it is. It's free will. Believe who you want to believe, sir. I really don't care. Believe who you want to believe. You say it really means he did over 1 million buys. Yeah, believe who you want to believe. It doesn't, it doesn't make me no never mind either way. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dantes dropping that $2 super chat. He said Coach was up there. He said Coach was. He said what was? You said what was up? I guess you're trying to say what was up, Coach. What was up with the scorecards? I have no idea. I can't. I didn't even look at the scorecards or whatever the case may be, and it didn't matter. Ryan Garcia got stopped. You get what I'm saying? So he got stopped. You know. Shout out to Shad.
Hey,
We're dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What the same time he said Ryan, Goosen, Oscar, Bernard, and Eddie should have collectivized to circumvent, meaning he said circumcised to get the win. I mean, it is what it is, baby boy. It is what it is. We're gonna address all of that. Shout out to average boxing fan. He said I'm still waiting on the Plant versus Benavidez numbers. Rick Glaser put those numbers out, and Showtime didn't put it out. They didn't put it out. So if you're waiting, you probably should go to Twitter, reach out to Stephen Espinosa, and see what he has to say. Since don't nobody believe Rick Glaser, reach out to well, I ain't gonna say nobody. The pro PBC guys and the people who hate him don't believe him. That's fine. You don't have to. Reach out to Stephen Espinosa. Reach out to Booger Ray Leonard. Reach out to those guys on the PBC side and see what they tell you. You don't have to wait on it, fam. Just reach out to them. Reach out to them and see what they say. I'm pretty sure you won't hear anything back.
True.
Shout out to Marquis. I'm pretty sure you won't hear anything back. Now let's get into the show. Cause I have some things. I want to talk about. And once again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Phone lines will be open. Let's get those likes up. How many likes we have right now? Do we have enough likes? Probably don't have enough likes. Probably got a lot of haters in here today. Oh, yeah, we got over 400 people in here, less than 200 likes. No, we got to get those likes up, man. We got to get those likes up. I'm going to make the haters hit the like button today. You haters going to hit the like button today. Y'all going to hit it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to drop the phone lines anyway because I'm hoping these whole ass niggas call in. Please let these whole ass niggas call in. Lord, please let these couple of whole niggas send me a couple of messages call in. I want to talk to these bitch ass niggas today. I'm with it today. I'm with it. I swear to God, I'm with it. Anyways, cuss one of these fuck niggas out today. Anyway, let's get into the show. Let's go ahead and do this here. Let's go ahead and do this. I think I got it. Hold on, guys. Bear with me one moment. I want to show you guys something. Hold on. Let's pull this up right here. Guys. I think I did it over there. I want to show you guys something. Shout out to Bless 365 for dropping that quarter over. Bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You said I'm not hating on Tank or Ryan, but I'm more excited about Devin Haney versus Loma. Okay, all right. I got this, sis. Now, this is the poll we did this past weekend. I saved it. I saved the poll that we did this weekend. Let me see. Slide this over. The poll we did this past weekend, we remember Friday we did a poll. As you can see right here, we have 689 people that participated in the poll. Out of the 689 people, 50% of the people said that Tank will win by KO or TKO. 26% of the people said that Ryan Garcia will win by KO or TKO. We know that they was obviously wrong. 15% of the people said that Ryan Garcia will win by decision or a draw. I bet it 3 ways. I think I told you guys I bet it 3 ways. I bet it on Tank to win by knockout in the 9th. I bet it that if it went 12 rounds, Ryan Garcia will win by a decision. I was wrong about that because Tank Davis outboxed him for 6 rounds. Literally, he outboxed him for 6 rounds and he stopped him in the 7th round. So I was wrong on that. And I was wrong on my 9th round knockout by Tank. And draw. So we know it didn't even get to that. I did 6% of the people said that Tank will win by decision or a draw. 689 people. So I intentionally saved this. And guess what else I did, guys? Everybody who called into the show, everybody who remember I had people called into the show and I wrote down what everybody was saying. I literally have a piece of paper right here what everybody said. Right here, El Unico, he called into the show and said Ryan will win by 11th round KO. Of course, he was wrong. Casino Light Prez picked Tank to win by Tank, 3rd round KO. Uncle Charles, he picked 5th round knockout by Tank. Fats from B More picked Tank by KO, no round. Mike Wilson from Omaha picked Ryan by decision. Hashirama, PG County, picked Ryan by KO, a stoppage in the 9th or 10th round. Jamie from New York picked Ryan by TKO. George from LA, he picked Tank by 9th or 10th round KO. Jared from B Moore picked Tank by KO. T Skills from Atlanta picked Ryan by KO or decision. Rockman from Michigan picked Tank by KO. Haynes Legacy from Oklahoma City picked, I think he picked Tank by 8th round KO. Drew from LA, he picked the draw. Rick from Toronto picked Ryan by upset victory. Sheila from Sacktown, she picked Tank by KO in the late rounds. Dante from West Philly, he picked Tank by 9th round KO, same round I picked. Chris from Boston picked he picked the KO. I don't know who he picked for. I forgot to write down who he picked. Ernest from H-Town picked Tank by KO in the 10th. Ricky Ricardo from San Antonio picked Ryan by decision. David from the ATL picked Tank by TKO. Joel picked Tank by 11th round KO. D Block from Dallas, Texas. You already know what he went with. He went with Garcia by KO. He called 3 times that day. WCS from the ATL, he picked Tank by 6th round KO. He missed it by a round. J Rock from DC picked Tank by 8th round KO. He missed it by a round. And that's it. That's it. That's a lot. That's a lot right there. That's a lot right there. So there you go. Let's give everybody who made their predictions and everybody who participated in the poll a round of applause. And also, let's move on to the pay-per-view. Let's move to the pay-per-view. We had a vote on the pay-per-views as well. Y'all remember that? We had a vote on the pay-per-views as well. You guys know I had a receipts. I kept it. The reason why I kept the receipts because I knew we was going to do a recap today. As you can see right here, guys, 449 people participated in the poll Friday, and 22% of the people had said that this pay-per-view would do 400,000 or under. I picked 600,000 or over. That's what I picked, 600,000 or over, between 600 and 700,000. That's what I picked. 29% of the people said that this fight would do 400 to 600,000, in between 400 to 600K. 20% of the people picked that this fight would do between 600 and 700,000. And 30% of the people said that this fight would do 800K or above. Or above. So we said if it do $1 million or whatever, it's above 800,000. We got that. So let's give everybody who participated in the poll a round of applause. Everybody who participated in the poll, a round of applause. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's why when we do prediction day, we don't want no switching sides. Hey, shout out to Phil on the tube. Shout out to my sister Phil on the tube. And shout out to all the tenderonis, man, that's in the building. Now let's read this article right quick. Now, this is an article, lovely article written up by Steve Kim. This is Ring. I'm gonna drop. This is on. He write for Ring magazine. He write for Ring magazine as well. Now, as you can see right here, Ryan Garcia says he's moving on. Oh no, this is Ryan Garcia moving on to junior welterweight. Sorry about that. Ryan Garcia is moving on to junior welterweight. Las Vegas. Ryan Garcia doesn't know when he'll be back in the ring, guys, or who he would face when he does come back after following his loss. I heard that Ryan Garcia made like $5 million guaranteed, and then he got someone like $5 million for the fight. He got some money on the back end or whatever. I don't know. And then Tank made $10 million. So both of them made their highest paydays. And I don't know what the percentages is going to be on the pay-per-view. I don't know that, guys. But that's what I heard. Just to let you guys know. And I don't have any proof of it. I wasn't there. I wasn't in contract negotiations. I haven't seen any contracts. I'm just relaying to you what I heard from people that's in the business of boxing. That's all I'm saying. The 24-year-old star says that he's done with the 135-pound division. Now, this article was not written by Steve Kim. This is written by my main man, Doug Fisher. Doug Fisher worked for Ring magazine. Shout out to Doug. He's a good guy. Doug Fisher wrote this article. He said the 24-year-old star says he's done at the 135-pound division and he's moving up to 140. He said, I feel much stronger at 140, Garcia said. He said, who lost for the first time against Gervonta Davis on Saturday during the post-fight press conference. This fight won't deter me. I plan to go up and fight the top-tier guys at 140. That's what he said. He planned on fighting the top-tier guys at 140. Guess what? We're going to see him get knocked out and stop some more once he go to 140. Because just as soon as he move up to 140 and say he going to fight the top-tier guys, guess what? Guess what? Doggone Ryan Garcia will be fooled for those guys at 140. True. Ring's junior welterweight top 5 includes the dangerous veterans such as Regis Prograis, Jose Ramirez, Subriel Matias, and Jack Catterall, just to name a few. And we can't forget about Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez as well. On June the 10th, ring junior weight champion, he said ring junior welterweight champ will take on former lightweight champ Teofimo Lopez, which is, what's my main man name? I forgot to do. I just said his name, man. He was formerly undisputed champion of the world at 140. What the guy name, man? What the guy name is, man? God, I forgot. I'm the former undisputed champion, man. I forgot his name. My mind went blank. He came over here and beat Jose Ramirez. I forgot to do that. But anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He said, Josh Taylor. He said, I want to. Now this is what Ryan said. He said, I want to return to the ring as soon as possible, as soon as I can, as soon as I'm allowed to after being stopped. 3 months is my time limit, I think. I want to get back in training. Yeah, he needs to train. Now, when asked if the 136-pound catch weight and rehydration clause had an impact on his performance, Garcia, who was stopped, who was dropped in the second round, make a long story short, he said, my honest perception, I didn't feel too good. He said, I didn't feel strong going into the ring, but it is what it is. I signed the contract. You're right about that. You signed the contract, so you have to man up. You signed that contract. We don't want to hear no crying about the rehydration clause and all of that. Nobody made you sign that contract. You did that, sir. You know what I mean? Now, when asked if Davis is the best lightweight in the world, Garcia would not say. Davis is good. He can be outworked. He said, but you can't count. He said, but you can't count him out because he has that power. My problem was I got a little impatient. That is true. We saw that. And that's my inexperience. I should have made it a boring fight. Stayed on the outside and made him commit. And, it is what it is. So he said, kudos to Gervonta Davis. Let's move down right here. I think, okay, that's it right there. So he's moving up. You can see that, right? Now, this is the article from Steve Kim, and this is by Snack. This is the article that he wrote for Snack. Not going to read much of it, just going to get to it. And he got it, and this is entitled Think Tank. Steve Kim said that, he said, you can debate if Ryan Garcia quit or not, but this much was clear. If it wasn't going to be a 7th round knockout, it would have just been around the corner. It would have been just a round or 3 rounds later that Gervonta Davis was going to run over the matinee idol. He said the matinee idol at the T-Mobile Las Vegas Arena, right? He said, can you really blame King Rye for not wanting to be fully beheaded this past Saturday night? He took the lesser of the 2 beatings. And that's what I said. Now, I believe that he could have got up. He waited till the guy counted him out. Was he hurt by that body shot? Of course he was. It was a vicious body shot. He was hurt. But as soon as the referee counted him out, he stood up immediately, hugged the ref, and he walked over to his corner. So he opted to, hey, man, he probably could have endured the pain and tried to fight, but he would have got knocked out on the stretcher, and he made the right decision for himself. You get what I'm saying? But let's continue to go on. He said through 7 rounds, not only had Ryan Garcia hit the deck twice, but he was losing the majority of the rounds. He lost 6 rounds in a row after the first round. That's what I had, and I have my scores right here on my piece of paper. All right, right here, right? Now, and it looked as though the powerful southpaw from Baltimore was steadily closing in. It was just only a matter of time. You know what I mean? That he would have got put to sleep eventually. Tank was going to punish that boy. Now, predicting the 7th round KO, and Steve Kim did say that Ryan Garcia was going to get knocked down in the 7th round. He did say that. Predicting the 7th round KO was just me trying to get inside of his head. He said, I really don't know until I actually get in there with my opponent. This is what Tank Davis said, right? Garcia started quickly, winning the first round behind his quick jab, lightning fast jab. But to his credit, Garcia arose after getting knocked down. We saw that. Tank started closing the distance, started timing him, and he showed him it was levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, for all the talk of Davis's power, having scored 27 stoppages in 29 bouts, he was the more technical sound boxer of the 2. Tank showed that he can box. He can do it all. The boy's an all-around fighter. It is what it is. I don't think no one can deny that. No matter how much you hate him or like him, the reality of the situation is Tank Davis has the goods. True. And he was winning the bout. He was winning the fight. It was a technical fight. He was winning the tactical battle. He was outboxing him. You know what I mean? He never fell into Garcia's vaunting check hook. Nah, check hook came too slow, and he was throwing it too high, leaving the chin out there, right? Leaving the chin exposed, right? As the fight settled in, while there wasn't all that much sustained action, yet it was Davis who was in command and more sure of his movements. Garcia was often jittery and not able to control his speed, rendering most of his punches inaccurate. King Rai is flashy. He's a flashy, fast fighter, but but one that is fundamentally flawed. A lot of people who betted on Ryan Garcia, you ignored how fundamentally flawed he was and the lack of boxing skills that he had because of your dislike for Tank Davis. I understand that. Ryan Garcia is an overrated fighter, and I think people see that right now, especially after we saw this Saturday.
True.
The stuff that goes viral on TikTok and Instagram, is it bound to work consistently in a real fight against a world-class opposition? Davis wasn't just the stronger fighter, the more powerful of the two fighters. He was also the superior technician with the higher boxing ring IQ. All of those who picked Tank Davis said this when they called the show. This went far beyond his punching prowess, although that certainly mattered. And as you can see right there, Tank was looking at him, and he was looking at Tank like, yeah, you caught me with a good one, boy. What the hell did I step into? Now, let's continue. And Tank started smiling at him like, yeah, he smiled at the crowd. I told y'all this was going to be easy work. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. So, there's no need of me reading anymore. Let's go right here, right quick, guys. These are the people who felt that a lot of professional boxers felt some type of way about the stoppage. Some people, Andy Ruiz said that he quit. He said he effing quit. Pros react to Gervonta Davis's knockout over Ryan Garcia. Now, a lot of people felt some type of way, said you ain't never gotten in the boxing ring before. But there are fighters who have gotten in the boxing ring before, felt like he quit. And there are fighters who feel the total opposite way. But let's continue. Now, let's see what they said on Twitter. Shakur Stevenson said sharp performance. Jake Paul, let's go to Jake the Snake Paul. Jake the Snake Paul said that I told y'all Ryan was going to win. We saw that. Regis Prograis said that I called it. I said between the 6th and the 9th round stoppage. Sergio Mora, he said Tank didn't run over Garcia, but I picked this moment, and these moments were enough. Garcia had no answer for Tank's patience and smart game plan. Let's continue. He said body shots make cowards out of all of us. That's what Sergio Mora said. Jamel Herring said it's ironic how Garcia got knocked down by Campbell in the 2nd round, like tonight, and came back to stop Campbell. And he said with the body shot in the 7th round, yada, 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 yada. Jamel Herring said credit to Ryan, though. You can say he had an uphill battle, but in the end, it takes a lot to step in the ring. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Sean Porter said, fear will stop a man from doing almost anything. I will explain it tomorrow. Sean Porter is hinting that he was too scared to get back up. He could have got back up and tried to fight through it, but he was too scared to do it. That's what Sean Porter is hinting at. This guy right here said, oh, wow, slow-mo shows. It lands right on the spot. Horrible body shot. Tank was quality all throughout. Ring IQ, boxing ability, big difference. Tony Bellew says, spewed it. He said, yes, they really hurt, but you got to rise, do it once, and you'll do it again. So Tony Bellew said he felt that Ryan Garcia still should have rose, tried to rise to the occasion. And, it is what it is. So he felt that, if you do it once, you'll do it again. And a lot of people feel that Ryan Garcia quit in this fight. And they feel if he quit once, he'll quit again. Let's continue. He talked about how great of a puncher Tank Davis is. This guy right here, and Zeno said that he said that Garcia is young and he will come back again. But but Tank is good. Like I said, he is constantly feigning, judging distance, and setting traps. And I called that on the fight. I say Tank setting them traps for him now, man. He's setting the traps and he's closing the distance. Defying the openings, he wasted nothing and has a really good ring IQ. Let's continue. He said Ryan got stopped to the body just like his promoter. Yeah, I remember that when Oscar De La Hoya got stopped to the body by B-Hop. But Oscar De La Hoya was wincing in pain and rolling over on the mat. Ryan Garcia didn't do that. It is what it is. Let's see what Terrence Crawford said. Body shot. Keyshawn Davis said Ryan stood up as soon as the ref said 10. He gave up to me, but great fight. So for all you people saying that, the people who said Ryan quit, they ain't never boxed before. Keyshawn Davis is a boxer, and he said he felt that Ryan gave up. So who gonna argue with that? And for the people who believe that he didn't quit, who gonna argue with that? There's no right or wrong answer in this. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, okay?
True.
It is what it is. Let's see. Bottle Jack said what he said. Ishay Smith said he effing quit. That's what Ishay Smith said. He said, man, it didn't even look solid. But he said, but I think about Arturo Gotti. I think about Diego Corrales. I think about Evander Holyfield. He said, this man quit. And Ishii Smith is a retired boxer. You know what I mean? He said, this man quit. I think of Wilder versus Fury. Wilder kept getting up. He said, this man quit. That's what Ishii Smith said, etc., etc., etc. And even Andy Ruiz said that I feel like Ryan Garcia gave up. And he accuses Ryan Garcia of quitting in the KO's loss to Gervonta Davis. Let's give all of those guys who gave their opinion a round of applause.
True.
Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Told y'all we're going to have about 700-800 people here today. 530-494-9636. I need everybody to hit that like button. We got over 700 people in here, less than 400 likes. I got to get those likes up. Anybody that have not hit the like button, this how I feel about you. Riley, tell them.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
I got something to tell y'all. When I was in LA, right? A lot of people are blaming Joe Goosen, Bernard Hopkins. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to that. Hold on. I'm gonna get to that. I have some stuff to talk about. I need to share with y'all my thoughts. Cause I know things that some of you guys don't know, because I was there in LA doing the interview. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What up, Coach? It's Fee on YouTube.
Fee on the two, talk to me.
I'm on record saying a million times that I just hate this fight. I never wanted it. I knew it was going to turn out like this. I got a little excited, because Ryan Garcia is a believer like me, so he's my brother in Christ. So I amped him up a little bit, and I seen that he ain't had no faith in himself. So then he sauced me with that. But the fight turned out exactly how I knew it was going to turn out. I was out east watching it, and it happened just like how I thought it was going to happen. It was a waste of money. It was a waste of fight. You know what I'm saying? It happened just like how I knew it was going to happen. But anyway, that's neither hither nor thither. You know what I'm calling about. D-Block. Well, I need that tattoo, homie.
Is he in the chat? Is D-Block in the chat? Because I haven't looked at the chat.
No, I ain't seen him in the chat, but guess what? I know he listening. Don't play. You always facts and all that. You said you was going to get a tattoo, a tank, a gorilla something on your head. And we need that tat. You say you don't lie, you don't put it on your daddy, you put it on it. Listen, we need that tat, baby. We need that tat. I'm never gonna let you forget that, because you can't call till just saying anything out your mouth for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We keep it real. Keep it 100. Keep it real. Stand on what you say. Stand on what you say. All that facts, all that talking you be doing, and Coach said that you can't go pull up nowhere. Yeah. The only receipt he gonna pull up is you on the chat. Come out and Coach, I keep it real, Coach. I put this on my mama, daddy. If Frank win this fight, I'm getting a tattoo on my face, and I don't come with nothing but facts. All that old stuff like that right now. Yeah,
hey, y'all stall my dog out, man. Y'all stall him out. Hey, Fee, stall him out. Stall him out, Fee. Stall him out. Don't do my dog like that. Don't do my dog like that. Don't do. Stall him out.
Yeah, he done like that.
Stall him out
like that.
Stall him out.
Don't call up there talking crazy. People don't call. I don't want to hear that crap today. Don't call talking. You gotta call up there and keep it 100. If you don't call up there and keep it 100, I will not. I won't respect you no more. I mean it.
All right.
You better keep it 100.
All right, sis. Hey, shout out to Fee, man, Duval County. Hey, man, y'all stall him out. Stall my dog out. Hey, if Keena can show up, you know what? If Keena can show up, and Keena is the biggest Ryan Garcia fan that I've ever met. Keena is the biggest Ryan Garcia fan that I've ever seen. Keena is. If Keena can show up, D-Block, you can show up. We don't done this before. We get the wrong picks and all that stuff there. We just come back, call the show, and we do it all over again, D-Block. Come on, man, call the show, man. Don't do that, D-Block. D-Block, don't do that. Don't let them run you off the. How you gonna call yourself D-Block and you run yourself and you let people run you off the block, D-Block? Your name D-Block. Your name D-Block. D-Block. How you gonna say D-Block and you let people run you off the block? Y'all stall my dog out, man. Y'all go easy on him. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, what up, Coach? Yamas from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Yamas from Brooklyn. Talk to me, fam.
Man, I enjoyed the fight last weekend, man. I was excited, man. I ain't been excited for a fight in a while, but it was just crazy to me because when the fight started, Ryan came out jabbing. I thought he took the first round. The second round, when he went for broke, and he started slugging and all that shit, I knew the fight was over, man, because in my opinion, he gave up right there. Like, he blew his whole fucking game plan.
Yeah.
He went out there, and it's like he's playing poker, and he said, you know what, fuck it, this is my hand. No matter what happens, I'm going all in, and I'm going to decide what's going to happen for the fight. I might got a 10% chance of winning, but I'm going to take my shot, man. And that was just a dumb move, man. I knew he had no chance when he did that. You can't go in there and try to overwhelm a guy like Tank. He waited, was patient, knocked him down. It was over, man. Yo, give me your opinion on what you think he was talking about. He talking about there was a rat in his camp, something about him getting hurt with a body shot.
Well. This I'm going to tell you. So it was this guy, this Asian guy. He came on Twitter. He released a video the next day saying that I'm the one that dropped you with the body shot, and I'm the one who told. I'm the one that told. Yeah. So that's what that guy said. I can tell you what was going on when I was in LA. I dropped it on everybody. When I was in LA, a lot of information that I found out. Not going to say where it came from, but it didn't come from Joe Goosen. A lot of people mad at Joe Goosen and saying Joe. Yes. But wait, that wasn't. As a matter of fact, it was Two-Tone the Superstar. Was Two-Tone the Superstar? I rock with his tone, but you was dead wrong on this. Joe Goosen did not betray Ryan Garcia. Joe Goosen, that ain't him. That ain't his style. You know what I mean? And that ain't Joe Goosen's style. He don't get down like that. Fact of the matter is, Ryan Garcia wasn't really training. Ryan Garcia was showing up at the gym 3 days a week. You know what I mean, for sparring. If you do not recall, when he was over there with Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez said that Ryan Garcia was a lazy fighter. He didn't like to train. He didn't want to. When he showed up at the gym, he only showed up for an hour. He liked to take selfies in the ring while hitting the mitts with one hand and taking selfies and going Instagram live. Canelo Alvarez said that. And the reason why he ended up leaving the Canelo Alvarez gym was because they required more of him to be more dedicated to his sport. This is why people look at Ryan Garcia, and you know how I used to pick at him. I always play his TikTok video. I say he's an Instagram model. I say he had the Ryan Garcia G-string line, guideline for men. But then I took it easy on him. I said, I'm gonna take it easy on him, give him the benefit of the doubt. But this is what people was talking about. The reason why people don't take Ryan Garcia serious as a fighter is because, of the stuff that Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso camp said. And when I went to LA, I talked to people. And I went to San Antonio, I spoke to people. This is a known fact of what Ryan Garcia is. He's a kid, you know what I mean? He's a talented fighter, but he's not committed to his craft. And this is why Floyd Mayweather said that Tank Davis got his fans from kicking ass and Ryan Garcia got his fans from YouTube. He said you want to be a fighter, you want to be a fighter or a YouTuber. There's a difference. And this is why people look at him the way they look at him. But go ahead and wrap it up. I got other calls calling in. Talk to me.
Yo, Coach, I'm going to say that makes a lot of sense according to what I've seen, because I've seen guys that you're not prepared. Like, you're not ready to go 12. You're not ready to take, you're not prepared to fight the fight it's going to take to beat this guy. So don't be so. Now I'm not surprised what he did in the second. Now I'm not surprised that he stayed down for that count, man. So everything is coming together, man. Yo, I'm going to holler at you about that thing, too, man.
Okay.
Real. I want to get on that.
Okay, for sure, man. All right, shout out to y'all, man. Brooklyn, stand up. Yes, sir. Phone lines open. 530-494-9636. 53. I'm gonna let you guys know some information too. 530-494-9636. Phone lines open. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, my name's Marvin, South Jersey.
Marvin from South Jersey. Talk to me, baby.
Yeah, Tank, man. Shout out to Tank, man, for showing the skills and power and everything. And I don't know what Ryan is doing, but he should go back to Eddie Reynoso because he's doing the same old moves.
Yeah. And see, people mad at Joe Goosen. Fact of the matter is, Ryan Garcia is one of those type of guys you can't really train him because, and I don't know if you remember, he did an interview last week, a couple of weeks ago, basically saying that he had his own philosophy, how he do things, how he envisions stuff, and he was pretty much damn near training himself at home when he wasn't around Joe Goosen. So that's the reality of the situation. I found out all of this when I went to LA, and I found out this from fighters who fight for Golden Boy, and I'm telling you what I know. Drew from LA know what I'm talking about. Drew from LA know exactly what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to say anybody else's name that's in the business because I don't want to make it seem like I'm throwing them under the bus. I don't want to say their name. But Drew, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Drew. So, but anything else you want to say?
All right, thank you.
All right, shout out to Marvin.
Thank you, Coach, for I love your show, man. Keep it going, man.
Yes, sir, for sure. Shout out to Marvin from Jersey, man. Brick City, stand up. John B. Poetic. John B. Poetic. What's going on, baby boy? What's happening, man? John B. What's happening, man? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's happening, Coach? What's going on, player?
Uncle Charles, talk to me.
Man, let me tell you something. Now, did I not say that he was going to get knocked out? I told you. Now, I talked to my friend Eduardo. That's my Mexican brother's friend now. Because, I'm like part of the family over there, And I said, man, hey, Eduardo, did he quit? He said he quit home. I said, what makes you think he quit? Because he could have got up. He could have went up against the ropes and kind of wrestled him until he got out the round. I said, well, if you say he quit, I believe he quit. So let me just tell you this. This is going to my Mexican brothers and sisters. I love y'all. I really do. But leave Tank Davis alone. Abajo. That means get down. That's what that means. That means stick on the Mayo, the dead. That means stay away from this brother. I keep telling you, explain something to you. He can go up to any weight division he wants to. And Tank will follow him there and beat him again. Why? Because he don't have the skills. He's not ready. And he ain't going to be ready for a long time. Now, let me explain to Ryan Garcia real quick. I told you you were going to get your ass whooped. I warned you. But you got on up in there and let him hit you in that gas pocket and you went down. Let me explain something to you. You got to be glad he ain't hit you in the ass. Because you've been passing gas. You glad he hit you in the head or your ass have been dead. But he hit you in the liver and made your body quiver. That's what he did. And Tank is the best fighter in boxing right now, Coach. You said it, Coach. You called it. And you should be commended for your contribution to boxing. You said he was going to get his ass whooped. You said it. So now I don't know what to tell my Mexican brothers, but one thing, stay the hell away from Tank Davis. And that's all I got to say, player.
Shout out to Uncle Charles, man. Alabama, stand up, man. Salute, Uncle Charles. Let's get the super chats out the way. And everybody gave their predictions. I sent you the link. Hold on. Everybody, sorry about it. Everybody gave their predictions. Sorry about that. All right. Hold on, I gotta send Rick Glaser the link. Shout out to Food Revolution. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime.
We got a lot of people in here, boy. Y'all hit that like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. And y'all stall my dog D Block out, man. Stall him out, man. Y'all stall my dog out, man. Y'all stall my dog D Block out, man. My dog's sick right now. He going through some things. Food Revolution she say Ryan No King Garcia ain't got no heart. And he's saying, I say that disrespectfully. All right. Hey, shout out to Dre dropping that $2 super chat. He say Tank is the face of Baltimore. Okay, he say Tank is the face of Baltimore. All right, cool. Hey, shout out to Marquis, my brother Marquis in the building. Nick Rich, Bless 365. Got a whole lot of people here, man. Hold on, man. Let me go ahead and I gotta get this cash. Somebody sent me a cash app. I gotta address that. I gotta address that cash app. I got you, Rick. I'm gonna send you the hold on, somebody sent me a cash app. But I'm multitasking, boy. Hey, shout out to Ruben Allen for dropping that $2 super chat. He said Tank made Ryan look like a child in the ring. Yes, he did. That's true. Yes, he did. That's true. Let me go. I gotta send this man a link right quick. Hold on, guys. We got a whole lot of people in here today, boy. A whole lot of people. Y'all get the lights up, man. Now, y'all get the lights up. I'm calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
From Houston, John.
John from Houston. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I just want to talk to you about Ryan Garcia.
Go ahead.
Didn't a lot of fighters that supposedly are so tough, didn't they quit?
A lot of fighters like who? Give me some examples.
No Mas, Roberto Duran, no one talks shit about him.
Yep. No, a lot of people did. A lot of people talk shit about Roberto Duran when he quit. That's
But you ever heard that saying, live to fight another day?
Yeah. My thinking, there's no wrong answer in this. If you feel that Ryan Garcia quit, you're right about that. If you feel that Ryan Garcia did not quit, you're right about that. You have professional boxers feel like he didn't quit.
Right.
You have professional boxers feel like he did quit. Whatever your opinion is, that's your opinion. I'm not here to argue with that either.
Absolutely. Hey, guess what? What if also, you know, Joe Gushin has a daughter that works for PBC.
Okay. What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything, sir?
Well, maybe they talk about a mole. I mean, even Ellerby mentioned that there was a mole.
Yeah, but it's not Joe Gushin. Did you hear what I said, sir? It was a trainer. It was a sparring partner. Wait, you gotta hear me out. You gotta hear me out. I gotta let other people. Now go ahead. Say what you gotta say, man. Say what you gotta say. I'm gonna let other people call on the show. Go ahead.
Okay, buddy. Appreciate you for letting me talk.
All right, shout out to John for go ahead.
Yeah. Did the sparring partner seem like he was all there? He didn't seem like the kind of guy that would know to be a mole. He didn't seem smart enough to be a mole.
All right, so okay. Let's say everything you're saying is true. There was a mole in the camp. What role did that play in Ryan Garcia getting knocked out Saturday?
No, what I'm saying is, didn't the Tank say that he knew he got hurt to the body?
Yeah, he said that.
So somebody that bad of a fighter, you shouldn't need a mole.
Yeah, I got you. All right, but look, man, shout out to John from Houston, man. Salute, we got another call coming. Yes, sir. Y'all hold on for a minute. I gotta get this link to Rick Glaser. Rick Glaser trying to come on the show. So hold on, guys. I gotta get this link to Rick Glaser. Hold on, guys. Bear with me one moment. But I want to talk about these pay-per-view numbers. Now, for all of y'all who don't like Rick, y'all say he'd be lying about the pay-per-view numbers. I want y'all to keep that same energy now. Don't keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Don't sit back and say you believe him. If you don't believe him before, don't believe him now. Keep the same energy. That's all I'm saying. I gotta send him this link right quick. Hold on for a minute, guys. Let me send Rick Glaser this link right quick. He's gonna come on the show. And if you want to call in and ask Rick Glaser some questions, you can call in. Y'all know me. Now go to the link, Rick. Caller, what's your name? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Phone lines is hot. Let's get them lights up. I'm finna remove the phone. I'm finna remove the phone line. I'm finna remove the number, man. I need to get them lights up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up? This is Jamar calling from Detroit.
Talk to me.
Man, I got three things that I want to touch on real quick. One, I got to give my man Tank Davis some credit, man. I was one of them people that said he proved nothing in the sport of boxing. I don't think he ever had a real fight other than Pitbull Cruz, and I think Pitbull Cruz was a surprise. I thought they thought that was going to be an easy fight, and it wasn't, and I think Pitbull Cruz's name got made off that great effort he put up against Tank. The other thing I want to say, y'all got to stop calling and hating on Garcia. Garcia did his fucking thing. He got in there with the guy that was clearly better. He fought him in the prime. He did everything that we all be begging fighters to do. But I'm listening to motherfuckers talk about, well, he should have took the fight. And De La Hoya forced him into a fight he wasn't ready for. What the fuck do you mean? That's what they were supposed to do. And it sounded like De La Hoya and them tried to pull him back from making that badass deal that he took to get a fight with these guys at PBC. 3, we guys at PBC full of shit. Leonard Ellerby, all these guys, they got terrible, like, hood relationships with everybody. You know, like the shit that they was doing on stage. I ain't never heard Bobby or them sit there and go back and forth with other people promoters like that, you know? And then my fourth thing I want to say is that the little interaction with B-Hop, right? First of all, B-Hop shouldn't have touched him, right? But in my mind, I'm thinking B-Hop saying, yo, I'm the OG. I listen to what B-Hop said. He said they put some tape at the edge of the thing and they was getting close to the tape. And we all know Tank done pushed people. He pushed Rolly damn near off. He pushed Rolly off the stage. When he reached there and tapped him and they started reacting, you see Bernard just backed off like, you know, y'all got it. I understand what y'all going through. But I'm hearing people go hard on B-Hop like he a bad guy or something, you know? And then I wish B-Hop would have whooped one of them motherfuckers' ass that was talking that shit. I love to watch
fight, great event. I think everything played a part in making the fight what it is. I don't really think too much of it, to be honest with you. I didn't put too much effort into that, to be fair.
Oh, okay. All right, cool, man. Great show.
All right, shout out to Jamal. Thanks, fam. Salute. Detroit, stand up. Detroit, stand up. Shout out to Mike Jones. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, you guys ain't been hit in the liver, obviously. He said, can you make Tank clean out his division? Coach, thanks. This is the thing, Mike Jones. You have professional boxers are saying who've been hit in the liver, and they're saying that Ryan Garcia quit. And then you have professional boxers that he got hit in the liver, and they said he didn't quit. So my thing is, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Whether you get what I'm saying? So he said, can I make Tank clean out the division? I can't make him, dog. Only Tank Davis got to be willing to do that, fam, to be honest with you, Mike. Hold on, guys. Got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm by Sam Brim Reaper. Good afternoon, Coach. How you doing?
Brim Reaper, talk to me, fam. Got a lot of calls calling in, so talk to me.
I know, man. You hotter than fish grease. I hope you hit 1,000, man. Simply put, Tank did what he was supposed to do. And anybody that was looking from afar, I mean, I'm sure a few people pick Ryan, but the truth of the matter is, Tank was the much superior and experienced boxer, and injury or no injury, Tank was going to win this fight. Tank gets a small amount of credit for it. He did a good job. He won the fight, but until he fights Loma, Haney, or Shakur, I can't be crowning him face of boxing. Face of boxing is a combination of three things: popularity, accolades, and skill set. Tank got two of the three. He got the skill set. He got the popularity. The accolades, he need to go get them now. It's time for him to go get them accolades. And I think Ryan needs to leave. He needs to leave Golden Boy. I don't think what they did to him on the post-fight press conference. I don't know if that fits too well. I think it might be time for him to make a change if he's going to really be dedicated to his craft as a boxer as well.
Yeah, he can. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before I let you go. Ryan Garcia can go to whatever promotional company that he wants to go to until he make a dedication to fight and make a dedication to train and do the type of training that he needs to do in order to get himself prepared for fights. It don't matter which promotional company he go to. It's gonna be the same result. It's gonna be the same result when he get in there with top competition. So it doesn't matter it doesn't matter where he go at, who he train with. That doesn't matter. Ryan Garcia is a lazy fighter. He don't like to train. He's more of a social media guy than anything. And that's just the reality of the situation. But shout out to Brim Reaper, man. We got the guests on. Salute to you, fam. Connecticut, stand up. Shout out to Brim Reaper. Shout out to DHP. Dropping out $2 super chat on your boy. He say Tank is the face of the PBC only. Okay, you say Tank is the face of the PBC. We got Rick Glaser on. Slick Rick, what's going on, fam? Let's give Rick Glaser a round of applause. Hold on, Rick. I think I got you right there. Rick, talk to me. What's going on with you?
Just doing my thing. I'm getting ready to go to Dallas tomorrow for 5 days for the Golden Boy show next Saturday in Dallas, featuring William Zepeda as the main event.
Okay.
And that's it. Just getting some loose ends straightened out. Look forward to this all day. And here I am for you.
All right, for sure, Rick. I really appreciate that, man. The reason why I brought you on here is because you have people who say that they don't believe a lot of stuff you say and they don't trust anything you say, yada 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 yada. Then you have people who love you. So you have people who hate you, people who love you. I'm not caught up in the feelings and the emotions of the love and the hate. What I want to get to the bottom line is you put out a tweet. Hold on, hear me out. Yep. You put out a tweet saying that the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fight, from what you're hearing thus far, it did anywhere from between 650 to 700,000 pay-per-view buys. One, I want to ask you, where did you get that information from? And two, I want to ask you, is that domestically or globally from what you heard?
No, it's the United States. It wasn't pay-per-view in other countries. It was on regular TV in other countries or on the zone and whatever. on regular DAZN without a subscription, with just a subscription. In the United States, it was pay-per-view. So there you go.
Okay, U.S. only. And where did you get this information from?
Well, it was tracking it, and it was tracking at 600, and I think it did a little more than that. I think it did very well. So I think it did between 650 and 7. It's not information yet. The information will come later in the week.
Okay,
it's just from my gut feeling, what I've seen, and the how many people I know that bought it. Some people normally don't buy pay-per-view. I was pretty impressed. So I believe it did it was tracking at a little over 600 the night before. So,
all right.
you know.
Sorry about that. When you say it was tracking, what do you mean by it was tracking? How do you track pay-per-views to see where they're going at? Can you explain it to the people who don't know?
Well, it's by the buys leading up to the night 24 hours before. So they start buying it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and those numbers are called tracking numbers, where they can guesstimate how many are going to buy it based on the early amount of buys it does. And Showtime does that, and DAZN does that in this particular case, because they were the two pay-per-view distributors.
Do you think that Showtime is going to release the pay-per-view numbers?
They said they don't. So what they're going to do is if it does good, like I believe it does, if they announce it, then it means they've been lying all along and say they don't release pay-per-view numbers, and that's because they're bad. That's why they don't release them. So they're caught between a rock and a hard place.
Okay, all right. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. So. All right, I mean, I think that's pretty good. What say you? You think that's pretty good for those excellent. Two guys, right?
It's excellent. I thought it would do originally 450 to 500. I said over 300 for sure.
Hold on. Go ahead, Rick. Sorry about that.
What was that?
No, go ahead. Sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Anything over 500,000 is fantastic in this day and age of piracy, people stealing it, and it's unbelievable. But it is what it is.
So Tank Davis said that he is the face of boxing. Now Belinda Ellaby has said it as well. Calvin Ford has said it as well. Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins said that, hey man, whoever wins this fight will become the new face of boxing. What say you about all of those guys who said that? And looking at the success of this fight, what say you about?
Until Tank Davis does 800,000 plus buys like Canelo's done and Tyson Fury did with Wilder, I just don't see him being the face of boxing. Just don't. First of all, they hardly did any international TV. Mm-hmm. They didn't do that big push internationally like Tyson Fury does when he fought, and when he fights, or when Pacquiao used to fight, that big international. So he's not the face of boxing, definitely not. And if he gets 800,000 and those kind of numbers like Fury got with Wilder on the second fight, and then did 675 the third fight, and he does Canelo numbers 800,000 plus, then I would say he'd be the face of boxing. But he could be the face of boxing in the sense of United States citizens, because Canelo's from Mexico and the other guy's from Great Britain. But in context, he's not, he's really not the face of boxing if you're going strictly by pay-per-view numbers.
So I see what you're saying. So you're saying from a global standpoint, no, he wouldn't be the face of boxing. So let's say, what about the face of boxing in the United States? Is it safe to say that he is based on the success of this fight, or no?
His previous fight did 61,000 back in January without Ryan Garcia. So is he the face of boxing? Let's see what he does next after this. This was Ryan Garcia promoted this show. Don't let anybody get their panties twisted here. And Tank's buyers, truthfully, obviously, if it did this kind of numbers now, his buyers are stealing it. His people are stealing it because it did 61,000. He did 52,000 when he fought Isaac Cruz, and now he does a number of 600 plus, maybe 700. Ryan Garcia is a big part of that.
Okay, so you're right about as it relates to who you fight matters. Your dance partner matters, and whatever. And I said this Friday, whatever success that this fight does, I said that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis is the reason why this fight has done big numbers. It wasn't just because of Tank alone, because if it was, he would have done it before. And Ryan Garcia has never done a pay-per-view before in his life. So what you're trying to say is you want to see what he does from this point forward. You want to see some consistency.
Right. I'm not going to proclaim a guy. It's not like winning a fight where you become a heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, so you proclaim one fight on pay-per-view that draws doesn't mean the rest are going to do big numbers. Okay. We have to see.
Do you want to? I know you at dinner or somewhere. You want to take some calls, or how you feel?
No, I'm good. You can take calls. I'm at dinner, but you can take calls. There's no big deal.
All right.
I just want to say this. This was a very small sample size of what Tank can do. Let's see what he does going forward. He's never done anywhere near these numbers. All those numbers that Leonard Ellery put out were lies. And now he did a number. Well, he did a number. Oscar De La Hoya promoted his show too. He was on all kinds of talk shows, all kinds of podcasts, pumping his fight up himself because he represents Orion. So there's part of your answer right there.
Okay, so what hey, caller, what's the name? Hold on, caller, what's the name? Where you calling from?
This is the Source Experience, Shaw News. Shout out to you, Coach Malachi, and shout out to Rick Glaser, Boxing Insider.
All right, Shaw News from New York.
I want to ask Rick, because Rick is on the line. Do you think that, the numbers that are coming out that you're reporting, others are reporting, do you think that, like you said, it takes two to tango? Do you think that even though they always say that Ryan's not a true Mexican, the Mexican people don't really embrace him, do you think that helped a big part in to push these numbers with the Mexican fan base?
No, I don't think it's not a Mexican fan base that bought it. It's an Instagram fan base that bought a social media fan base. He's got 10 million followers, so a lot of those people bought it. It wasn't a Mexican fan base as such.
So you're buying into the social media, TikTok, Instagram.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
New wave of
the guy doesn't speak the language even. He's a Mexican American. He's born, raised here. He's not a true Mexican. Is he of Mexican descent? Of course. But you got to speak the language and live the lifestyle. He doesn't live the lifestyle or speak the language.
All right. One final question. I ain't gonna hold too much of your time. Do you think that with the success of this, promotion with the Instagram and the TikTok, do you think that's going to be the new wave of promoting boxing matches?
1,000%. Absolutely. Not even a question. Undisputed. Yep.
Great.
Absolutely.
All right. Shout out to Shaw News. Salute, fam. New York, stand up. We got the phone lines hot. Boy, these phone lines, it's jumping like cat grease right now, boy. Lord have mercy. Hey, let's get them lights up, man. But the phone lines is hot. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach. Hey, Lester, how are you guys? This is Alfred in the area.
Hey, please, man, when you guys call the show, please have a good reception, man. Please have a good reception, dog, because it sounds like some of y'all calling from Obama phones, man. What you say? What your name is, brother?
Alfred in the Bay.
Alfred from the Bay, talk to me.
Just really quick fight. One thing I did notice, I watched the fight again, and first drop when Tank dropped Garcia, he committed the same error that Leo Santa Cruz committed. He attempted to throw that hook 3 times, like Leo.
Man, your phone sounds terrible, man. Your phone breaking up. It's
terrible.
Choppy.
I can't even hear him.
I can't even understand what you're saying, bro. I'm be honest with you, fam.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was going to say quickly about the fight. When Ryan Garcia was before he got dropped the first time, I rewatched it, and he did the same errors that Leo Santa Cruz made. He threw the left hook 3 times in a row, and Tank caught him on the last one, just like Leo Santa Cruz threw his right hand 3 times in a row and caught him on the last one.
Man, your phone chopping, man. Hey, caller, Alpha from the Bay. Do me a favor, brother. Get to a place where you have a good reception and call back, because we're hearing every other word, and it really we can't hear what you're saying, man. But salute, give you a round of applause.
Thank you.
Hey, when y'all call the show, man. the shit frustrating me. It's frustrating me because I want people to enjoy the show. I want you to get your questions that you have for Rick Glaser or myself, but y'all got to stop calling from these Obama phones. If you can please go invest in some good technology with the phones, man. People want to hear what you got to say, but I can't hear what you're saying, man. I don't know what's going on. That's like the third call in a row, dog.
What's an Obama phone?
It's a government phone it's a cheap phone. It's a cheap phone that Obama gave out when he was the president. It was very cheap. It was known for being cheap, having terrible receptions, stuff like that. I know a lot of people who had those type of phones. So when I say Obama phone, it's not a knock on Obama. It's a knock on the quality of being a government phone. That's what
I thought I maybe missed out on something.
No, that's it. I'll call it. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on?
Man, I can't hear you, man. What's your name is?
Nothing.
My name is Smitty. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
All right, your name is Philly from.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Kenny from Columbus, Ohio. Okay.
Smitty.
Okay.
Smitty.
Oh, Smitty.
Yeah,
Talk. All right,
yeah,
talk to
I'm calling. I disagree with the Glacier guy. So, only person I see that you can make an argument for, as far as the base of boxing, is really Canelo. He mentioned Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury only sold pay-per-views with Wilder.
Yeah, but
other than that,
understand Fury's worldwide. He does huge buys in the UK, does 95,000 people at the door. So you're comparing, apples and half apples and half rotten apples, and they're pretty close. But Canelo does big crowds too at the door and then pay-per-view. They're both huge, but they're definitely both bigger than Peg.
Yeah. No, I mean, of course, in the UK, it's a small pond. I'm just talking about as far as like pay-per-view.
Boxing. Remember, Smitty, boxing's a worldwide sport.
Yes,
it's not limited to the boundaries of the 50 states of America.
I'm with you. I just think Tank is number one. If he ain't number one, he's behind Canelo. I just think he has more star power than Fury. I know Fury's big in the UK, but like in the US,
a reminder. In January, you only did 61,000 buys. So I don't know about that. We'll see next time out in the following fight after that. We're going to see coming up before the end of the year if he fights once or twice before the end of the year.
All right, Smitty, man. Salute to you, fam.
Okay.
Ohio, stand up, man. Salute, fam. We got other calls calling in. Please, man. Y'all, please. I just want a good reception. Y'all know I stopped smoking weed, so my patience is very thin, bro. It's very thin. Call me, what's your name? Where you calling from?
From Orlando.
Track from Orlando. Talk to me.
Man, Tank is a rock star, man. He ain't turned into a rock star, man. I was at that fight. Everybody was there. Everybody. I bet I won so much money it was crazy. If you always bet on Tank, man. Please don't bet against Tank, man. Don't bet against Tank. And Ryan, the way they did Ryan, man, that's cold-blooded, man. They left that man out there like that. Didn't come to the press conference after the fight. Your boy, the trainer, he didn't even show up. That's cold-blooded, man. Your trainer don't show up for your press conference. He up there with his daddy and his mama.
That's not true.
All right, go.
The president. That's not true. The president of Golden Boy. The president of Golden Boy, Eric Gomez, was there, right there with him. That's not true.
I was going to ask you that. So let me ask you a question. Why was Oscar De La Hoya, B-Hop, were they present at that fight?
I can't speak for B-Hop, but Oscar De La Hoya, I think B-Hop too. They had dinner reservations, and the fight started an hour after it was supposed to start, and they had reservations at a restaurant, meeting lawyers and sponsors there, and what are you supposed to do? You can't be two places at one time. And the fight started an hour late. All that chatter they did on TV, all that waste of time. It was supposed to walk the main event in at 10:30. Didn't walk into 11:30. So there's your answer right there.
So Rick, I'm not happy with that answer. Rick, you trying to tell me that Ryan Garcia, who is one of the top fighters of Oscar De La Hoya, that he could not be at the fight when his star fighter was having the biggest fight of his career?
He was at the fight. But the fight started an hour later. The president of Golden Boy was there, right with throughout the whole thing with Ryan at the press conference. Okay, and then Eric came over and met him after that. So that's what happened. It's not that big a deal. Everybody's making too big a deal out of it. There's no rift between Oscar and Ryan. It's nothing like that at all.
Okay,
Joe
cool.
Goosen, Joe Goosen is not. I don't have any idea why he wasn't there.
Okay, so you don't have an idea why Joe Goosen was there. All right, so
no, I have no idea.
So to answer the reason, so Oscar De La Hoya was there, but he left.
Yeah, he wasn't at the press conference. He had to go to the dinner. It was everything. They made arrangements that after the fight was over, he was going to go to the press conference, but the fight started an hour late, so he didn't have much choice, and he had people waiting for him. What was he supposed to do? So I mean, his time is very valuable. I mean, he gets. I mean, there are enough hours in a day for Oscar. How's that? He's in such demand.
So why did he schedule a dinner the same day that his fighter was fighting the biggest fight of his life?
Because the people were at the fight. They went to the dinner. That's why. They weren't there the night before. That's all. So that's what happened. It happens.
All right, let's get to the super chat. Shout out to Jamie Nieto. He said I'm a Tank fan, but he's not the face of boxing. Ryan was a big part of this. That is true. Ryan was a big part of this. I don't think a Tank Davis fan could even dispute that. Ryan was a big part of this for media reach. He say Logan Paul, Tyson, etc. don't see these numbers with Devin and Shakur. He say they're more known by hardcores, not casual audience. Okay, cool. You make a valid point, Jamie Nieto. We have another super chat, $2 super chat. The one Mr. Ham, he say, stay strong, coach. Oh no, I'm good. Coach good. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm good. I just want people to call. I want people to call on a good phone and have a good connection so everybody on the show can hear the call. You want to ask Rick Glaser a question, he needs to hear the call so that he can answer it. You get what I'm saying? But if you got a bad reception, we're not going to be able to hear it. You get what I'm saying? So, but phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Rick, how much more time you got?
Coach, for you, I always got time. But can I run something by you? Did I miss out something on the Obama phones? Because I never even heard about these Obama phones.
Don't worry about it. You're looking too much into it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're looking too much into it. Basically, it's a cheap phone. It's a cheap phone. Don't worry about it. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll stop saying Obama phone. I'll start saying you guys got to stop calling the show with a cheap phone. I just say that since everybody don't get what it is. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Marcus from DC.
Marcus from DC, talk to me.
Yeah, I still find it hard to believe that neither Bernard or Oscar were there, although Eric Gomez is the president of Golden Boy. He wasn't as prominent in the promotion. Gomez is not the promoter. The promoter is viewed as Oscar because Golden Boy Promotions. Ryan made 8 figures off of that. Golden Boy 8 off of that. So the fact I feel like to respect the young boy that's on your promotional team, that either you or Bernard was there because y'all was the most prominent in the promotion. Eric Gomez wasn't. I want to ask Blaze a question.
Eric Gomez runs the company. He's the president of the company. He represented them there. Okay?
Yeah, he did represent them. I get that. But what I'm saying is that there was animosity in the build-up to the fight. The fight was built by Oscar and Bernard. And the people who also were part of the build-up on Gervonta's team, they were there, right? So basically what we're saying is that if you're going to talk trash, win, lose, or draw in boxing, we say take your L's like you take your wins, right? You can't quit. So we right now talking about Ryan didn't quit.
Did you listen to why Oscar wasn't there?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, and same thing Coach said, is that even if that were the case, if your fighter had to go to the hospital, if your fighter had won, and his press conference would have carried on longer, you think that if he won, Oscar would have said, "Hey, I still got a dinner date, I gotta go," or do you think that's part of me?
I don't know.
The optics look bad.
Listen, I'm not saying that you were wrong. I'm not saying I would have done the same thing. All I said was what happened. I didn't say that he was right or wrong. I didn't suggest that he was right or wrong. I'm just saying what happened. Okay? I was not defending. Yeah. I was not chastising. I wasn't doing anything like that. All I was saying is what happened, and I described it. Let's move on to another
Yeah,
subject.
All right, shout out,
Thank you, sir.
and Marcus, I hope that answers your question. Basically, what Rick Glaser is saying, guys, he's not making an excuse for Oscar De La Hoya nor Bernard Hopkins. He's just giving the reason why they were not there. Whether you accept
Thank
that or
you.
not,
Right.
it's on you. That's it. That's all he's saying. Shout out to Marcus from DC. We got other calls calling in. Shout out to Jose Rendon. He say $2 super chat. He say, to be fair, Al is not even seen at any post fights. Nah, Al Heyman don't even show up to the fights. That is true. Shout out to Boston Logic United. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. He said to be a lightweight, Tank is on par with Canelo and Fury popularity-wise today. His peers in 135 division aren't. No dance partners for Tank is the issue. All right, Myron, you make a valid point. You make a valid point on that. From a 135-pound standpoint, I don't think no one can argue that. Hell, I would even go as far as to say there's not a black fighter in America that can do the numbers that Tank Davis is doing. Tank Davis is probably, and this is just me saying this. This ain't nobody else. This is Coach Malachi Williams from my perspective. Whether you agree with that or not is irrelevant to me. In my opinion, there is no black fighter in America that can do the numbers that Tank Davis and him and Ryan Garcia just did. Or even if you don't agree with the pay-per-views, especially at the gate, then what Tank Davis is doing. And that's my opinion on it, based on my observation. Whether you agree with that or not is irrelevant to me. Shout out to DHP. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said DHP said that hold on. Got another call calling in. Caller, hold on. DHP said just because Tank is the most known lightweight fighter doesn't mean he's on the same level as AJ or Canelo. He say the true face of the boxing. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, DHP. You make a valid point on that. We got another call. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
WCS ATL, how you doing, Coach? Rick Glaser, how y'all doing?
WCS ATL, talk to me, fam.
Okay, I got a question for Rick. Rick, could you explain this to me? Like, when it comes to these boxers, especially the younger crew that's coming up, and I need to know, how do we evaluate a pay-per-view score? Let's just look at Tank Davis. Tank started doing pay-per-views, right? So he has some numbers. And I know it's easy to average those numbers out, according to whatever the capacity was and so forth. I heard you talk about Ryan Garcia, who hasn't did any pay-per-view yet, so that we can sit up here and compare to Tank Davis. So my question is, how do we rate with a pay-per-view score these fighters to say they didn't carry a certain pay-per-view?
Well,
When
it's real simple.
Tank Davis.
It's real simple. The prior fight he did in January, he did 61,000 buys. Tank Davis.
Yeah.
Now, just because Ryan was never on pay-per-view, he was drawing 10, 15,000 people at the gate. He's 10 million IG followers, Instagram followers, and interacts with on Instagram daily. And he pushed this promotion. He went on all kinds of shows, made all kinds of appearances that Tank didn't make. Oscar De La Hoya, his promoter, went on all kinds of shows. I know I got Oscar connected up with one of the shows that he was on. I did that deal. Basically speaking is Tank did 52,000 homes when he fought what's his name. The highest he ever did was 200,000 something. 200,000 something when he fought Rolly. So now all of a sudden he does 600,000 some homes. Where did you think that came from?
I'm just saying he's building up. Like, it seems to me that Tank continues to build and expound on his previous numbers.
Sir, there's no question. But just like Floyd built up on the piggyback of a huge draw in Oscar, this is what they did with Ryan Garcia. They took his draw that he is, whether he was on pay-per-view or not. His subscriber rates is the highest that the Zone has. He fights on the Zone. So when he leading up to the fight, 72 hours up to the fight, he does more new subscribers than any other fighter when any other fighter fights on the Zone in the United States. So there's your answer.
Okay, Rick, let me ask you this before my time run out, Rick.
Sure.
I understand respectfully that, Rick. Let me ask you this. Moving forward, do you think now that the Ryan Garcia has had this pay-per-view and it seems like it's very successful, should he be on pay-per-view from this point forward?
No, no, he should go back and rebuild for over. He should start fighting in August, and fight every 10 weeks from August on, every 10 weeks, and on the zone, get built back up again, and then go for something big, mega at 140. But he needs to get with a trainer, a new trainer, and get a program set up where he's training harder, more diligently, listening to his trainer, and making adjustments and becoming a better fighter, so he can win a world title at 140 pounds.
Okay, so he might just be a one click. I appreciate you, Rick. I ain't gonna hold your time. Thanks, Coach. I'm out.
Hey, man,
No
shout out to
problem. Thank you.
WCS, man. My brother from ATL. Salute, fam. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. I know everybody trying to call. As you guys can see, I'm trying to talk to the people in the chat, trying to read the super chats and answer the calls and let everybody get to that. That was a good question. Hey, World Comeback Sports, that was a really good question. Shout out to Jamie Nieto. Dropping a quarter of a dub on your boy. He said again, Take fan. He say, but gotta be honest, he can't be the face of boxing when LB already have weird energy, roadblocks for Devin talk. Talking about a rematch with Isak Cruz. Okay, yeah. Again, I don't know exactly where Tank is going to go at from here. I do believe, Rick, that because of the success of this fight, and I have to say this again, if you are a Tank Davis fan, this fight was not a success just because of Tank. This fight was a success because of Ryan Garcia as well. Sometimes when you have lightning in the bottle,
and Oscar De La Hoya putting the time in to promote the show, the event was big too.
okay, fine. What Oscar De La Hoya, whoever. What I'm saying is, it's because of the two fighters who are big with their respective audience coming together to make this fight happen. Irregardless of how you feel about Tank, irregardless of how you feel about Ryan Garcia, fact of the matter is, both of these phenomenal fighters came together, and it was because of both of these fighters have huge fan bases. This is why this fight did what it did. Irregardless of which side of the fence you're on, that's from my perspective. Now, what would Tank do going forward from pay-per-view buys? We're going to find out. What will Ryan Garcia do going forward? We're going to find out. That's all I can say about it. But I really enjoyed it. They made history. They made history together, and I think they should do a rematch. They probably should do a rematch. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this is Raphael from New York.
Raphael, I can barely hear you, man, but we're gonna try to get through it.
I have full guard, so
I can't hear what he's saying.
Got a question for Rick.
Ask the question.
Question for Rick. Yeah.
Okay.
Is Tank Davis now kind of like the cash cow for the PBC? And does this save the PBC in securing a contract from a TV network or kind of like a platform app moving forward?
I can't answer that question about the app idea and all that kind of stuff, because Al Heyman has his own way of doing things, and they got a relationship with Showtime, so probably not. I would say that he would be the top fighter at PBC as far as their energy and stuff like that, especially being 28 years old, going on 29 years here, where all the other guys are in their 30s, and Wilder was knocked out by Fury twice in a row. He only did 77,000 buys when he came back, and that pay-per-view that he did. So I would say they're excited about Tank. Yes, they should be putting all their energies behind Tank. Yes.
And my last question is, if they are able to secure a deal, do you think that gives the leadway in order to do cross-promotional fights such as like a Tank versus Devin or Tank versus
No, there's no correlation. There won't be any correlation there, because if they do something with, let's say, Devin Haney, who's ever promoting Devin Haney at the time, he's the undisputed champ. Realistically, it'll be a 50-50 split, and the undisputed champ will be the A side. So that any other idea won't hold water.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Coach.
All right, shout out to Raphael from New York. Salute,
Thank you.
That call was 2 hours. I mean, that call was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That call was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Major Key says that I'm mad short with people who call the show. Nah, Major Key, I don't. If you're doing a show like this, Major Key, and you got 850 people on the show, and you have callers calling in back to back, you know, the way I do things is I try to let, in order to allow as many calls to call in, because I respect the people who are taking their time out to call the show. I try to allow other people to call in by keeping the calls like 2.5 to 3 minutes. Because if you don't do that, you will have people filibustering. They want to sit here and give an autobiography on the phone. So, well, you know, if you ever accept calls on Major Key and you have a show like that, you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, fam. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is the South Side of Houston. Will, what's up, man?
Rick, talk to me, fam. South Side.
Hey, what's up with you, Rick? My name Rick too.
Nice. Then you were born in the 50s or the 60s. They don't call anybody Rick or Richard anymore. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm Richard. I'm Rick. Richard short too. I'm both of them. Hey, I got to come in and 2 questions for Rick. Well, first, of course, did she block call in yet?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm like C. We waiting on some confirmation, some visual proof of that Tank face tattoo. Or she blocked. You're not getting off the hook for that. Okay. Now, my 2 questions for Rick. When Bernard Hopkins stopped De La Hoya with that body shot, we saw De La Hoya on the canvas, beating the canvas in pain and disgust. He really seemed like he wanted to get back up, but he clearly couldn't. Yeah. At the sound of 10, he still remained on the canvas. On the flip side, Saturday night, Ryan took that knee and at the count of 10, he got up immediately when Tank was standing right behind the ref.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
What happened then? What happened?
He was trying to get up, and he was counted out at 10. That's what happened. He didn't wait till 10 came up to get up.
Okay, well, my observation. Okay, well, that's your observation. My observation, what I saw a man take a knee and waited for the ref to get to 10, and he saw Tank standing behind the ref, ready to pounce, ready to finish him off.
Rick, you gotta let him speak, Rick. Go ahead, Rick, from Southside. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah. What I saw was Tank was standing right behind the ref, ready to pounce, and Ryan saw that, and Ryan elected not to deal with that any further. So I guess in your opinion, Ryan didn't quit. He just was completely unable to get up.
Right. He was trying to get up, and the referee counted him out at 10 is what happened. He was on the way up. That's what happened. Okay?
So basically, you guys have a difference of opinion. Rick Glaser believes that Ryan Garcia was trying to get up, and he couldn't get up. My main man, Rick Till's from Houston, believed that
he was getting up. He was getting up, but he was trying to gather his legs from under him. That's what the problem. Remember, he said his senses were all there. He wasn't hitting the head. He was hitting to the body. So his senses were all there. He didn't have any legs. He was trying to get his legs under him to get up.
Yeah, Rick, regardless of what you say, what I'm saying is this here. The 2 Ricks have a difference of opinion of what happened. There's nothing that Rick Timms is going to say that you're going to agree with. And because he observed it, he sees things the way he sees things. There's nothing that you're going to say that he's going to agree with because you see things the way you see things. In this case, you both guys can agree to disagree. That's all I'm saying. But Rick Timms, thank you for calling the show. Anything else you want to say, my brother?
Briefly, real quick. Rick, when it happens, not if it happens, when it happens, who you got, Bud or Earl? That's all I got.
Okay.
Crawford.
All right. Well, shout out to Rick, man. Southside, stand up. Southside, stand up. Yeah, just a difference of opinion. See, when there's a difference of opinion, there's no need of arguing about it because you're trying to tell him, no, this what happened. You can't tell that man what he saw happen, and he can't tell you what you saw happen. You guys are not going to agree on that. So just agree to disagree. Hey, man, this is what I saw. Hey, this guy said this is what he saw, and that's it. That's all it is. It really ain't a big deal. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So yeah, everybody, phone lines open, man. Hey, Rick, I'm gonna keep you on for about 10 more minutes, man. About 10 more minutes on, but I thank you for taking the time out, Rick. Know your dinner. Hey, where you at, a 5-star restaurant?
No, actually,
Okay.
I'm at my local watering spot. It's a restaurant, and it's got a small banquet room, and it's a nice bar area. I'm just going to eat the bar. Monday nights, I don't go to 5-star restaurants because the owners aren't there or the manager's not there. And, it's different on a Monday night. It's a little slower, so I don't go.
Okay. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is BJ out of DFW in Texas. Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, I know you're out of Texas, but what's your name is?
BJ, can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah,
DJ.
DJ, I got you. DJ out of Texas, talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Rick? I just got a quick question for y'all. I hear y'all talking about numbers and stuff. It's gonna be real quick. Do y'all think we'll kind of be seeing the difference, in the sport of boxing when it comes to these fights getting made and then putting stuff on pay-per-views if it wasn't for all this piracy? Because I'm gonna just be honest, I got the Fire Stick. It's hundreds of thousands of people that got the Fire Stick that get the fight for free. Now, without that, everybody really had to come out of pocket and pay. Will we really be seeing, a difference in these fights being made? And that's all I got for y'all. Appreciate it, Rick. Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, shout out to DJ from Texas, man. Texas, stand up, man. What you think about that, Rick?
Well, it's precluding us from getting fights because if 200,000 people steal it, I mean, it's not, Spence and Crawford are borderline. Should it be on pay-per-view? I mean, can they afford to do the fight because of all the thievery? So if the people want to support boxing and see the best fights, you're going to have to buy the pay-per-view. If not, you can't see the fights because, the problem is that PBC diluted pay-per-view by putting all these bad fights on pay-per-view. That's part of the problem here. And if they didn't put these bad fights on, we wouldn't be talking about this today in such a negative way on piracy on pay-per-view.
All right, Rick. So for people who do not know, let everybody know, because you have a reputation with people for being a PBC hater. You hate Al Heyman and stuff like that. Again, I want you to hear me out closely. People feel that you have a reputation of hating PBC. So I just want you to catch that. Can you explain to the people what issue that you have with Al Heyman? Let them know that you and Al Heyman had business relations in the past that they may not know about, and this leads to why you feel the way you feel. Can you clarify
it's separate. It's really two separate issues. I had something to do with business with him in the early 2000s, and I think he's a piece of shit. But that's beside the point. He screwed up boxing when he got the big money from the hedge fund. He went about it the wrong way, and he pissed the money away. And he could have bettered boxing, and he chose to instead of become basically a fucking whore. And he screwed up the sport. He screwed up the business. And this is what we have today. And this is one of the reasons why the pay-per-view numbers are so bad, because he puts garbage on pay-per-view. He used to be talking about free boxing. Remember, free boxing for everybody. Then it went to pay. When that failed, he went to pay-per-view, and he screwed that market up because he put such garbage on pay-per-view. Everything he's done in boxing has been, an aberration, except that he's got certain fighters paid well. About 20 fighters paid way more than they should have ever gotten paid. But, that didn't help boxing. That hurt boxing in reality. And it's, what he's done is not a good thing. It's crimes against boxing for Al Heyman on a daily basis.
All right. So your issue with Al Heyman is you had personal dealings with him. I want to clarify this. And things didn't go well. A business standpoint. So you met Al Heyman. You know what he looks like. So from a business standpoint, things didn't go well. I'm going to break this down.
Reluctantly, I had dinner with him. Yes.
Okay, that's one. Now, two, your opinions of him, of how he messed up boxing. What does that have to do with your business dealings with Al Heyman?
There's nothing. I just said it's two separate issues.
Two separate issues. All right, so
what he's done since he got the hedge fund money in November of of 2014 and started with started up the PBC. The first show was March of 2015. Everything's been an abomination. I
So
mean, he
why
went from
if he messed that money up, why would you be upset about that?
because when he messed it up, he screwed up boxing because he overpaid the fighters, and now everybody's got to try to overpay fighters. We can't make the biggest fight because the money's not there. He was paying guys $1.5 million to fight Joe Blow, right?
Okay.
Well, garbage. So how you can't make the biggest fights and give the guys much more than that. So they're going to say, well, why would I fight this guy when you just gave me this 101.5 million? Why am I going to fight this guy for 2 million? Why the risk? So that he screwed up boxing because of it. That's why nobody fights. That's why nobody fights at each other. And this is all the remnants of all the Al Heyman issues. What we have, fighters not fighting one another.
All right. Let me okay, I hear what you're saying on that. The reason why we're not getting the big fights because the market was messed up because Al Heyman was overpaying fighters.
Correct.
And stuff like that.
Correct.
And that's why the quagmire we're in right now.
That's a big part of it, yes.
All right, so shout out to Dantes. I'm dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Ryan was definitely hurt, but at the same time, he waited for the 10 count because he already knew what was about to happen. Okay. Dantes, your point been well taken, fam. Shout out to Boston Logic United, dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Tank undoubtedly is one of the top 3 most exciting fighters to watch in boxing today. Canelo and Fury are not Tank. Tank is the boxing human highlight film. Okay. Boston Logic United, you made your point, sir. Shout out to Marquis. Marquis says, dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, organizationally, he said, is there anything that the PBC or any of their fighters do to garner praise from Rick Glaser? If there isn't, why speak of their affairs?
They've got good fighters. I mean, Jermell Charlo, the 154-pound fighter. I love watching him. He's really good. There's a whole bunch of fighters that they have that are good that I like to watch. It's not the fighters themselves, it's the organization as far as what Heyman's done. Everybody, all these champions are fighting 2-3 times a year. He has champions fighting once a year, once every 15 months, once every 18 months. It's ridiculous. He retards the progress of his own fighters.
Hey, Bless, I got this, sis. I just got the super chat. Shout out to Bless 365. For dropping that half a dub on your boy. She said, quick question for Rick. What kind of numbers does he predict for Devin versus Loma?
Devin versus Loma?
Yeah.
It's got a shot to do. You got to remember, it's a weird thing because it's only on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. It's not on cable pay-per-view. So they keep 100% of the money. So you have to double up what it is. So I think it does 275 to 290 in that area. And that's like the same thing of doing 575, 580. It's the same thing because they keep 100% of the money because ESPN doesn't have to pay the cable providers and all that stuff. It's on their own app.
Okay.
So it's like the net result is double.
All right, damn, it was a question I wanted to ask you, man. Damn, I just forgot it. Let me get to the other next super chat. Shout out to the DHP. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He say, Coach, we are donating Ryan Garcia to the black culture. He say no. He say no take backs. Okay, DHP say donate Ryan Garcia. All right. Damn, Rick, it was a good question too, man. I wanted to ask you, man, as it relates to.
It was so good you wouldn't have forgot it.
Yeah, I should have wrote it down. The thing is I'm multitasking. You know what I mean? I'm trying to read the super chats, read what everybody's saying in the chat. Yeah, I got the part about it being cheaper. I got that part. He said I left out the part about it being cheaper. I don't think it even matters. So even with the fight being cheaper, to piggyback on that question from Food Revolution, do you think that Bless 365, by that fight being cheaper, Devin Haney and Lomachenko, you still say it do 290?
Yeah, we do 275, 290 in that area. If it does 300, it'd be great. We'll see. But I think it does that kind of numbers. But you got to remember something. They don't have to give the distributors, the cable networks and the satellite networks money because it's on their own app. So
but what
they
does
save
that
all that money.
Yeah, I understand the money aspect, but why they can't do the numbers that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia just did, or somewhere?
Well, they're not as popular. They're not as popular. Ryan Garcia he's the draw, bro. He's the draw.
What about Tank Davis?
We'll see going forward.
Okay, well, hold on. How can you say Ryan Garcia's the draw when he never did a pay-per-view before? But Tank
Because
Davis,
we already had this discussion when somebody asked the question.
I got
because
that. I got
because okay, well, if Tank did 61,000 homes back in January, which he did,
that.
look where he did this show. It didn't happen just because of Tank. I mean, the big draw here is Ryan Garcia. Fact.
All right, so okay.
We'll see.
So let me
We'll
ask you
see what
this.
he does going forward without Ryan.
No. We'll see what Ryan does going forward as well. So Ryan,
Right,
so
right.
if what you say is true, the Ryan Garcia next fight should be on pay-per-view.
No,
And
he'll be on the zone because the zone has a deal to put him on the zone, and I don't think they're going to go to pay-per-view right away. I think 3 fights from now they will, but the next 2 fights will probably be on regular the zone because they're going to rebuild them. They're not going to just put him in with a good fighter again.
okay,
This doesn't
so
make sense.
okay, he don't have to get in there with a good fighter. He can get in there with someone a lesser known fighter,
Right, but
and
the
his fans
zone
should.
has to give the zone has to give somebody viable for them to get that prescription rate of $20 a month. They got to give somebody something, and they're not getting it with other fighters in the U.S. They've got to have a Ryan Garcia to make the people happy. So it's not about Ryan himself. It's about how the zone operates and to stay in business and be productive. And be able to build their subscription base in the U.S.
We got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Slim, what's up? What's good?
Ron Fresh, we're going to try to get through your call because it sounds kind of breaking up, but go ahead.
Oh, boy, my shit sound fucked up, Slim? Yeah. Real quick. Hey, my shit going to be quick. All right. Look, Rick, what's the under and over? 2.5 is the under and over for Ryan Garcia and Davis to fight again. How many? What you think it's going to be?
They won't fight again.
You don't think they'll fight again? So you taking an under?
No, they won't fight again. There's no under and over. They're not going to fight again. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Oh no, it's too much money. Why would they get? Why?
Because Ryan can make a lot of money. Because Ryan can make a lot of money without fighting Tank again. That's why. Okay.
Nah, I think he'll make the most money fighting. I will agree to disagree. I think the over though. I think we.
Well, I mean, they might fight 5 years from now. They might fight 5 years from now, but they're not going to fight in the next 2 years.
Yeah, but it's going to be stretched out. That's why I'm taking an over. I think they'll fight. I think they'll fight again less than 18 months, depending on what happened at 140 with Rolling in this belt.
I don't see it.
And I think they'll fight. Yeah, and I think they'll fight again later down the line at 147 when Davis is about to retire, and they'll have a farewell.
Well, that they might. But they're not going to fight. I don't see it in the next 18 months. I don't see that.
I think 18 months. I think we'll see him 18 months.
Okay.
But that was it. I'm making short and sweet because I already know what the heist job was. So that's it. We didn't even need to talk about who quit and who did all that. We knew what the outcome was going to be anyway.
Yeah.
I'm out, Slim.
Shout out to Ron Fresh, DC, stand up. Hey Ron, y'all need to take Booker Ray back. Hey, Rick, man, thank you for taking the time out to call the show, man. To come on the show, really appreciate it. I got to take my son to karate soon. So, any last words, any parting words that you would like to say before we go?
If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter at Real Rick Glaser 1. There's a lot of fake Rick Glaser accounts on there, but mine's blue checked, and I got about 6,300 followers, something like that. So the other ones don't hardly have any followers, but I'm on Twitter every day at Real Rick Glaser 1. Okay, guys, thanks for having me, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Best regards to everybody. Bye-bye.
Shout out to Rick Glaser. Salute. Hey, thank Rick for coming on the show, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Hold on, guys. I want to explain something to everybody, man. I want y'all, hold on. I'm gonna explain something to y'all. I don't think y'all get what's going on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Dirty Red out of Mississippi. I don't sound it.
Dirty Red out of Mississippi. We can work with it. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna say is, as far as this whole face of boxing thing, I don't really think Tank Davis or Ryan Garcia can do big pay-per-view numbers unless the fans believe that it's an actual competitive fight with a worthy guy that they think actually gonna, be able to get each one some competition.
primary example, I look at Fury and Wilder pay-per-view numbers. The first fight did around 300,000, but the first fight was so good that when the second fight came around, they did that big promotion. They jumped it up all the way to 800,000. It's because people believed they were going to get, a great fight. I don't think there's really anybody, outside of Canelo and Joshua that can just really garnish this type of pay-per-view numbers by themselves without the fans believing that it's a great fight. Whether it's really a great fight or not, it's all based off the fans' perception. You know what I mean? That's what I think. And I think like Spence and Crawford, I think that fight is going to do just as good as this fight just because it's a fight that all the fans really think that, okay, this is going to be a great fight and it's going to be actually worth our money. It's going to be shown at the local bars and everything like that, and it's going to be a big fight. I just think the days of just having this big-time star boxer that just going to sell out regardless, this shit's over. That's all. But what do y'all think about that? That's all I want to say.
All right, shout out to Dirty Red. Salute, fam. Mississippi, stand up. I don't know. I don't know if Crawford and Spence do the numbers that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis did, because Crawford and Spence don't have the fan base that Tank and Ryan have. Crawford and Spence, and this is just my opinion. Again, this is Coach Malachi Williams' opinion. This is not a fact. I don't want nobody trying to jump down my throat about my opinion. When I let people call the show, you're allowed to voice your opinion, whether I agree with you or not. This show is for the people. So everybody, we can agree to disagree. But I just think that Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis have different fan bases than Crawford and Spence. I think Crawford and Spence have more of hardcore boxing fan base. Tank and Ryan have more of social media and casual and social media boxing fans. You get what I'm saying? I think it's two different fan bases. And to be honest with you, Ryan Garcia have TikTok, Instagram. He's a social media guy. Tank Davis have social media fans, but he has some hardcore fans as well. So he has a mixture of social media as well as hardcore. But Ryan Garcia, I think it's just social media, some casuals, and because my cousin love Tank, they casual as hell. And Ryan Garcia just strictly have social media and casual boxing fans. So I think Crawford and Spence, they have more hardcore boxing fans, traditional boxing fans. That's, they have some casuals too. But I think they have more hardcore traditional boxing fans. That's what I feel. You get what I'm saying? And I ain't here to go to war about no nigga about my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Tennessee Rays. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
So in my opinion, Crawford and Spence don't do nowhere near Tank and Ryan Garcia. That's my opinion on it. They'll do good, but they won't. I don't think they'll do that. Shout out to Tennessee Rays. He said, going to have to start referring to Rick as Captain Rick. Captain Rick. He said Ryan won't do another pay-per-view unless he fights Tia Pimo, a similar caliber fighter. But against cab drivers, that's a hard no. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying that they're not going to put Ryan in there with another top guy. They're going to try to build him back up, probably by fighting some more cab drivers. And then once they build him back up through the cab drivers, then when they put him on pay-per-view again, it'll be against it'll be against one of the top guys, which I foresee him. If Ryan Garcia fight a top guy, I foresee him getting knocked out by a top guy myself.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now you know what? I tell you what would be a good fight. Y'all might think I'm tripping when I say this. I think Ryan Garcia and Roland Romero would be a real good fight.
True.
Yeah. Hey, Timothy, I think Ryan Garcia and Roland Romero, Big Rolo. Yeah, I can hype that fight up. We got Big Rolo throwing bolos. Now this how I will promote that fight. I'm finna tell y'all right now, and you guys know me. I am good with coming up with storylines, and I am good with making people believe that fighters who don't have a chance will have a chance. Knockdown 305. I'm telling you right now. You know I'm good. Hey, Knockdown 305. You know I'm good at making fighters who don't have a chance. Look, I'm good at making people believe. Remember, I got my cousin to put $100 on Roland Romero. My cousin thought Rolly was going to beat Tank Davis.
True.
Hey, boy, I'm going to tell you the storyline right now. I'm finna tell the storyline. Hold on. We got a call in there. I'm finna tell the storyline how I would do that. Caller, hold on. I need to get this out before I forget. Hold on, caller. I'm finna tell you how I get this out. This the storyline. Big Rolo, you know, we got Tank Davis, we got Rolly Romero, 15 wins, 1 loss. You know, 14 wins, 1 loss, 15 wins, 1 loss. He lost to Tank Davis, arguably one of the greatest fighters on the planet. And Ryan Garcia, 20-something wins with 1 loss. His loss was to Tank Davis. Both men got knocked out by Tank. So how you sell it is this. You say Big Rolo arguably was winning the fight against Tank Davis. He was outboxing Tank. Big Rolo was putting hands and feet on Tank Davis and had Tank Davis backing up, running scared. So when Big Rolo went in for the kill, Tank Davis caught Big Rolo with a lucky shot and knocked him out. Up until that point where Rolly Romero got knocked out, Rolly was winning the fight 5 rounds to 0. So that's how I would sell that fight. Now Ryan Garcia, this is what I would say with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, the only reason he lost that fight was because Ryan Garcia had signed a rehydration clause. He fought Tank at a catch weight. He was feeling weak. He had a mole in his camp. Leonard Ellaby even said, we knew what was going on with your camp because we had a spy in the camp. Ryan Garcia was so worried about the spy in the camp. People were betraying him. He had a bunch of Judases in the camp. That's the reason why he couldn't train the way he wanted to. And you add that in with the rehydration clause and the catch weight. If Ryan Garcia was able to come in at full strength, we would have saw a different Ryan Garcia. He potentially could have knocked Tank Davis out. So he was fighting Tank at an unfair advantage. So what we gonna do? We gonna put Big Rolo and Ryan Garcia together to fight each other, and the winner fight Tank Davis in a rematch at 140 pounds. That's how I sell that fight.
True.
Just like that.
True.
Just like that. Shout out to Mike the mechanic. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. What did say, fam? He say Ryan and Tank don't do numbers again alone unless Ryan gets amazingly better. And they run it back. Okay, cool. That's how you sell that. He say, shout out to Terrence Trotter, dropping that 2 He said Rolly versus Ryan pay-per-view. Yeah. We make that pay-per-view. Especially if they let me hype it up. If they let me hype it up, boy, I'm telling you, boy, you guys know, boy, I can hype it up, boy, because you know I can talk. Y'all know I can talk. I can hype it up. Shout out to Boy Crawford, BC Easy Rock Spence, dropping that quarter of a dub. He said Crawford Spence surpasses Ryan versus Tank because they have hardcore fans solid. If you selling their product, you have to target a specific audience. Yeah, I totally disagree with that, but we just agree to disagree on that. Ryan, you got to understand, Crawford and Spence don't know how to talk. Crawford don't really talk that much, and Spence don't really talk that much. So it's just 2 different audiences. But we agree to disagree. There's nothing you're going to say that I'm gonna agree with as it relates to that, and there's nothing I'm gonna say that you're going to agree with as it relates to that. So we just agree to disagree, my brother. Hold on, we got another call in there. Oh shit! Hey, caller, call back, man. I hung up on the call on accident. Caller, I hung up on the call on accident. I'm sorry about that. Hey, but y'all get what I'm saying, though? Hey, Money, what you say, Money Graham? Hey, call back. I hung up on you on accident. He said, that's a good fight, coach. Absolutely. I'm just saying, bro, like, I'm trying to tell you, bro. But they let me, boy, Lord have mercy, boy. I'm going to get people hyped. Big Rolo. I have Big Rolo versus King Rye. Hey, Rick. You feel me, Rick? You feel me? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
James Lee, coach. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, James Lee. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, coach. Hey, man. It's a new day, man. It's a changing of the guard, coach. You know how it comes in.
Yes, sir.
You know the old guy goes out and the new guy comes in. And one thing about Tank, and I can speak for the United States, coach. I can't speak for overseas and abroad because I'm not there. I'm here in the United States. But one thing that we know that we're going to get in a Tank Davis fight is excitement. Everybody is liking this all over America. And like I said, I don't know about abroad and overseas. As man, I got friends in 20 states, coach. I talked to every last one of them friends, man, about this fight, man. Everybody's city, out of them 20 friends that I got in different cities, coach, their cities was buzzing about this fight.
Yeah.
The cities was buzzing about this fight, man, regardless of, you know, anybody hating feelings or what they feel. And I don't knock Ryan Garcia. It's just levels, brother.
Yeah, you said that from day one. You said what was gonna happen. I think you might have picked the six or seven rounds somewhere up in there, if I'm not mistaken. I think you called several times somewhere up in there.
I said 6.5, Coach.
Yeah.
I was almost right. And what a lot of people don't realize about Tank, man, is he's very knowledgeable about the sport of boxing. He'll bait you in. Like everybody thought he was just grabbing it, and he was trying to get close. He was trying to get his distance. That's why the first round he wanted to see, what round was going to do. So he was like, all right, he's not going to come in like I want him to come in. So let me bait him. I'm going to play possum for him. When he played possum for him, bam, second round got him. You feel what I'm saying? Once Ryan got hit with that left coach, his spirit was gone, brother. Yeah. Because he not from there. You feel what I'm saying? Now he been boxing for years. Don't get me wrong. Everybody gonna think he just a YouTube boxer. The man been boxing for years. He got the same amateur pedigree as he been a pro just as long as Devin and a little bit longer than what Shakur has, man. It's just levels to it, Coach.
Right.
It's just levels to the game, and that's it, man. And people just won't have to figure that out, man. People gotta throw it, man. Tank is an excellent boxer, Coach, and people like, he haven't fought all the top level, but we saying the top level as to what we feel. You feel what I'm saying? We like Ryan. They had Ryan arguably as a top 5 lightweight in the world.
Yeah.
Not just in America, as a top 5 lightweight in the world. They talk about how good he did against that he fought that was a gold medalist in the Olympics, and how he was going to do this, how he was going to do that. But it's levels, man. It switches up from amateur to professional. That's it, Coach. Thanks for the call, bro.
Man, shout out to James Lee, man. Salute, man. James, you make a valid point. Hey, y'all, this Tank Davis's cousin, James Lee, from B-More, man. Salute, fam. Shout out to Boyd Crawford, Beast Easy Route Spence. He said, what I'm saying is hardcore. He said, as a hardcore fan, I didn't buy Ryan Tank because I already knew the outcome. I wasn't sold on the fight. Ryan was inexperienced. See, this is where you messed up at in your logic, though. The fight between Tank and Ryan was not targeted towards hardcore fans. It was targeted towards social media boxing fans and casual fans. You were not the target. So you not buying that fight didn't matter to anyone, because no one cared whether you bought the fight or not, because Leonard Ellaby and them was not targeting you. They was targeting a fan base. Hold on, caller. They was targeting a fan base, a new group of fans who are casual and social media fans, and that's why this fight was that successful. You get what I'm saying? So whether you bought the fight or not was irrelevant, because you look at the people who bought the fight versus the ones who didn't buy the fight. I mean, it's like you didn't even matter, to be honest with you, fam. But I do get your point, but I still disagree with you on that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's inevitable. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville, Baltimore. Hey!
D-Block, man, what's going on, man? I thought you was on suicide watch. Man, I thought you was on, man, damn, I'm so glad you called, dog. As a matter of fact, let's give my dog D-Block a round of applause. I'm glad you called, dog. I'm worried about you, man. Man, I'm worried about you, man. I thought you was on suicide watch. I had tears in my eyes, dog. I said a prayer for you. I said, man, my dog was doing bad, man. And, D-Block, talk to the people, man. Talk to the people, man.
All right, man.
Go ahead, talk to the people. You sound sad. Talk to the people.
Man. I just want to let everybody know that supports me, my team, Team Ryan. I want to say something, man. I really want to tell the community that I feel sad. I feel depressed. I feel down. Right after the fight, I didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. My brothers are trying to control me. Everybody, even the damn dog at the house, looking at me like, I can't believe it. So I went to my car, man. I'm going to tell you the quick story. Went to my car. I started crying in the car. I started crying. I started banging the steering wheel. I said, Lord, why have you let me falter like this? Lord, you have let me falter. And then I turned on my keys, and I'm just like, I was drunk, Coach. I ain't gonna lie. I know when you're supposed to drink and drive but shit. I was mad because I was contemplating. I was contemplating what?
You were contemplating what?
Right here.
You were contemplating what?
I was contemplating, cause I was like, I see this stop sign right here. I'm going 5. I should hit it and let the airbag hit me and wake up now. But then no, I did the worst thing that a man can do. I went back and I called my ex, my baby mama. I said, I'm feeling lonely right now. Ooh, I feel lonely. So I went up there. She said, what's wrong? I said, my boy lost. And she's like, don't worry, baby, I got you. You know, I got me a good massage. She kind of made me feel good. Next day I woke up and said, what did I do, Lord? What did I do? I said, I repent. So I just told her, you know, I'm sorry, but, you know, it was all because of the Ryan Garcia debacle. But, you know, we cool. But now I was still sad, Coach, depressed. And I'm going to let you know something. I got to do what I got to do. Like they say in Baltimore, got to do, which I hate it when they say do. So next weekend, I already got my tattoo artist ready. It's gonna cost me, I think, $150, but it's okay. So I'm gonna go on Facebook Live, Adrian Rain on Facebook Live, and I'm gonna get my tattoo for Baltimore. So I want to tell everybody from Baltimore that I want to say this, okay? And be ready for this. Y'all ready? Because I've been talking this noise for a whole year and a half. So I got to come out with this and just let it be. Let peace come to me. I've been praying for this. So here it comes. Baltimore, hell no. Hell no, I ain't about to say that I was wrong. Hell no, I'm not going to say that. You know what? Your boy defeated my boy. That night in the fight, I saw it, Coach. I told you. Tank Davis looked like he gained 40 pounds. He went in there. He mistook my boy. He beat my boy. But guess what? When they go to 140 in a couple of years, it's Ryan Garcia that brought those pay-per-view numbers, Coach. That's fact. Okay? So Tank Davis fans, y'all thought I was going to get on my knees? Y'all thought I was going to say I'm so sorry? Hell no, I'm not. Y'all better forgive me when I go at your board next time. And who's he going to fight? Who's he going to fight? Cruz? Who's he going to fight? He ain't going to fight no Stevenson. He going to fight no Haney. I still see them as threats. And believe me, Tank Davis, no matter what you did Saturday, don't mean nothing. I'm going to get your hand, but guess what? I didn't say how long I was going to have the tattoo, did I? Ooh, baby. I'm going to cover that up and I'm going to put Ryan the King, baby. Because we're going at 140 and we're going to beat them men. We're going to beat a man up there. We're going to beat up Prograde. We're going to beat up Akio Fimo. We're going to top lane, knock that pay-per-view. Ooh, we're going to be great, baby. Same thing Canelo did with Floyd Mayweather. Baby, he went up. So all you Tank people that love your boy from Baltimore, and Baltimore thought that I was going to get on my knees and say, oh, so, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm D-Block, baby. Don't you ever forget who I am. And when you say Ryan Garcia's name, respect his name, because my boy took Tank Davis to higher heights that he's never touched. D-Block, D-Count, D-Field, Baltimore, yeah.
Hey, shout out to D-Block, man. Hey, look, you say Facebook Live. You're going to do the Adrian Rain on Facebook Live. You're going to do it next week. Okay.
Live.
I was worried about you. Now, I have a request. And I think some people from Baltimore will want you to do this request. And not only you got to get the tattoo, but we do want you to do this. We want you to do the Be More dance.
Turn around.
Right. And you got to learn that dance now.
But guess what?
You got to learn that dance.
But guess what? But guess what? Guess what? When I'm dancing that dance with my tattoo on the left side, which is my good side, my left side is always my best side. I'm a left-handed motherfucker. But when I do that, I'm going to put the middle finger up for Baltimore. Yeah, for Baltimore. D-Block, D-Count, D-Block.
All right, shout out to D-Block.
Stand up.
Hey, shout out to D-Block, man. Salute, man. D-Block called the show, dog. Hey, man, let's give D-Block a round of applause, man. D-Block called, dog. Well, I was worried about it, dog. I was going to call him, too. Shout out to Dantes. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter up a dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy. Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Hey, hold on, guys. We need, hold on. Hold on, guys. We need 65. Hold on, guys. We need 65 more likes. Shout out to Dantes. He say, nah, D-Block, don't call FaceTime. We need to see you. Yeah, no, he say he gonna do it. He say he gonna do it, man. What I do, I drop a link. I'll probably drop a link that day. I'll probably drop a link so he can come on the show. I'll drop a link so he can come on the show, fam. Shout out to Bud, Beast Easy Ride Spence. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He say they had to target social media audience because they knew not all boxing fans were sold. Imagine if we was all sold, it would have been bigger. Okay, all right. Hold on, guys. We got another call called in there. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? It's me, Major Key Boxing Coach. What's going on?
Major Key, what the league read?
Chilling, man. Hey, I wanted to clarify here. So, Rick, what he was saying basically was that he's projecting between 650 to 700, and he's saying that's between all the revenue based on the Zone and Showtime.
Hold on. Repeat that question again, because I was trying to read the super chat. Repeat it again so I can better understand it.
Yeah, no doubt. So I'm asking just to clarify. So when I speak on this, you know what I mean, I'm accurate. So he was saying that all the revenue based on Showtime and the Zone combined was amounted to about 650 to 700,000.
Yeah. He said that's the numbers that he's seeing so far, based on the numbers that was being recorded in real time. We won't know. Mm-hmm. He said he won't know officially until his attorney. He deals with the satellite and cable attorney, and that's what he does. That's where he get his information from. So he said he'll know for sure. He said, but that's where it was trajecting to be at. Right. So that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
So then what that makes me think about, based on what because he was also talking about the face of boxing, responding to other people as far as Tyson Fury and all these other people. So what it seems like to me, if you ask me, is that the co-promotion, they should be using this as the co-promotions are the ones that are bringing in that extra money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're doing a great job when you start thinking about the most recent big, pay-per-view buys, right? That's the co-promotions that are happening. So they're spending less, you know what I'm saying? Because they're co-promoting, they're spending less out of their pocket and then, pretty much tripling the income. So I don't see why that's not something that these guys are doing more often instead of trying to keep everything in-house.
But you know what though? I think this is just my speculation. Hey, Major Keith, don't hold on, don't hang up. Shout out to Bud Rice, Easy Rice Spence dropping that quarter of a dub. He said, "What I'm saying is Crawford versus Spence needs no promotion. It's been promoted for 5 years. We just ready to see it. Take our money so we can stop arguing. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a fight that doesn't need any promotion. Show me a fight that was a mega fight that was huge that did not need any promotion. I've never heard of a fight on the planet Earth from the gladiator days all the way up until now that did not need a promotion. No, I totally disagree with that. Again, sir, Bud Beast, Easy Route Spence, there's nothing that you're going to say that I'm going to agree with, my brother, as it relates to this. You can send 1,000 super chats and restate your claim 1,000 times, and I'm going to come back with the same answer. And I can restate my claim 1,000 times. You're going to come back with the same answer. Respectfully, let's just agree to disagree. I'm not going to agree with that. But go ahead, damn, Glenn, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was saying, man. Fuck it, I forgot what I was saying.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh,
I
no,
mean, I know you got to go to karate practice anyway.
I got it. What I was saying was, right. What I think is what the PBC is going to do now. And if you know anything about Booger Ray Leonard, this is what they're going to do. Booger Ray is going to get on TV. Well, Tank is a star. Tank did 700, 800,000 pay-per-view buys. We did over 1 million. Now, they're going to say it did over 1 million all over the world. It did over 1 million. Tank is a star. Ryan Garcia never did a pay-per-view before in his life. And yeah, Ryan did his part, but Tank broke live gate numbers, records already. He's already a pay-per-view star. So what Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather and them are going to do is this. They're going to continue to have Tank more than likely fight those in-house fights, and they're going to use A-side tactics to say, hey, well, if you want to fight Tank, and none of you guys are nowhere near as big as Tank because belts don't matter. You're going to have to take short money. And because we're not going to pay you the type of money that you was making over there. You guys are going to have to be realistic because Tank is the draw over here. Tank is that guy. You saw what he did in Vegas. You saw what he did over here. That's what they're going to do. So they're going to justify not even wanting to work with other promotional companies because now they just use this as leverage to continue to do the same old. I get what you're saying, Major Key. What you're saying makes sense to me.
You're a great dance partner. You see what I'm saying? This is why I love talking to you and certain people about boxing because you knew exactly where I was going with it. See, that's the devil's advocacy that I was going to allude to, which is basically we need to make sure that the people don't forget that this was a co-promotion because we know what's coming down the pipeline, which is exactly what you just said right there and articulated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what they. You know, hey, Glenn. You know what Booker Ray gonna do. You know what he gonna do. You know what he gonna do. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, that's my call, man. I just wanted to, give some food for thought so everybody can realize that it's a co-promotion, but later on down the line, that's not what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna say, oh, we the A side because this happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my call, man. You have a great day, bro.
Hey, shout out to my dog, man. Major Key, man. That's my dog, man. Major Key, Orlando stand up. Yeah, man. That's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do. Hey, Rick, that's what he gonna. Hey, Rick, you know Booker Ray now. You know, hey, Rick, you know Booker Ray. y'all know what Booker Ray gonna do now.
Soft ass shit up. And the best man
Shut that that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got the. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. That's exactly what Booker Ray gonna do. Booker Ray gonna sit back and say, hey, Booker Ray, is there any way that we can get Tank to fight those other guys, knock them off? Because Tank can beat Shakur. Tank can beat Devin Haney. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Maybe Devin Haney or Tank and Shakur can beat Tank. But, so depending on how the pendulum swings, styles make fights. And Tank did say that he have those guys on his hit list. So Tank Davis is going to be the one that's going to have to push for those fights. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't see how those fights happen. I don't see how those fights happen. I don't see how they happen because that's what it's going to be. I honestly believe that that's what Booker Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather is going to do. And as soon as you ask Booker Ray Leonard, hey, Booker Ray, is there any way you can work with Bob Arum to try to get those other fights in there? This is what Booker Ray gonna say. This is exactly what he's gonna say.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumvent circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Yeah, it is what you say, Marquis. He say, Coach, what was your super chat video before, pimp? Super chat video? You talking about you talking about, you must be talking about the Huggy Bear. You talking about the Huggy Bear? You talking about this?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is DB from Maryland. What's going on?
DB from Maryland, talk to me.
So here's my thing. What I don't understand, and you have Rick Glaser on, and I was in and out, running around. I heard some of the things he said, and the one thing that didn't make sense to me is saying that he said that Ryan's the draw, right? Ryan's the draw. He's the reason why the fight was successful or a large part. But then, he shouldn't do a pay-per-view right after this one because, he needs to bounce back. They need to rebuild it back up again.
Yeah, that shit sound crazy. Didn't that shit sound crazy?
Yo, it sounds crazy.
That shit sound crazy.
If he's a draw, he's a draw.
Yeah,
right?
if Ryan Garcia was his star, you know what I mean? And Ryan Garcia was the sole reason, according to Rick Glaser, why this fight sold, then he should be able to do it again. He should be able to just go out there. He never did a pay-per-view before. I totally disagree with that. I'm like, and I challenged him on. I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't make any sense what he was saying. You're talking about a guy who never did a pay-per-view before. And yes, Tank may not have had astronomical numbers in his last fight because of who he was fighting. But the fact of the matter is, Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia together made this fight what it was. And I said this Friday, I said, if this fight is a success, it's going to be, and I dropped the video on it. I say it's going to be because of what Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia did together. That's what I said. I dropped the video Saturday when I was chastising Booker Ray Leonard for clowning on stage. I say, do not take shine away from Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Those guys working together is going to make this fight the success that it did. That's what I said. That's what I said. So right. I understand Rick Glaser's been in the business and all that stuff there, but but that I don't agree with him on that. We're just going to agree to disagree on it because I'm like, this boy never did a pay-per-view before in his life. You get what I'm saying? So in order to, and hold on, I'm gonna let you talk. In order to prove to me, that Ryan Garcia is this draw that you say he is, let me see him fight another pay-per-view fight without Tank Davis, and let's see what he do. If you telling me, well, nah, we ain't gonna do no another pay-per-view we brought all the fans in the first fight with Tank, but we ain't gonna do another pay-per-view till later on. No, that shit don't make no sense to me. But go ahead.
Exactly. And you have to remember, too, if they really felt that his social media following was that big and that popular, they would have tasked him with pay-per-views a long time ago.
Yeah.
Tank also has millions of followers on social media. And they've tasked him with a couple of pay-per-views. Yes, his last one supposedly, allegedly didn't do that well, but he's been doing pay-per-views, and he's been selling pay-per-views, and he's been selling out arenas.
Yeah, he definitely been selling out arenas. Like from a gate standpoint, ain't no black fighter doing what Tank Davis doing. Period.
Exactly, and the fact that he goes, Tank's fan base doesn't buy pay-per-views. Where is he getting this information from? How is he coming up with that data? Where?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. Well, I think he's looking at. I guess he's looking at the pay-per-view buys that Tank sold thus far. But this is the thing, though, right? This is the thing. Fans will buy a pay-per-view if they feel it's something that's worthy of buying. When Tank, a lot of people already know what the outcome of the fight is going to be when Tank fight him because he's that good and these guys are really not on that level. With Ryan Garcia, they was able to convince people that Ryan Garcia had a chance. Like, even I said, man, it's probably going to be damn near 50-50 fight. Even though I did say that Ryan Garcia is an Instagram model, he's a selfie king. Mm-hmm. He got his guideline and all that stuff there. You know what I mean? He didn't stand a snowball. And I said before, he didn't stand a snowball chance of hell in being Tank. And the Keenan, it was jumping on me. D-Block was jumping on me. They said I was hating on Ryan. You hating on Ryan, coach, this and that. But I you know what I mean? But I did pick him to get knocked out. But the thing is, there's levels to it skills-wise. I went to LA. I've been to San Antonio. I spoke to Kid Austin. I spoke to I was at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. I was at Joe Gooson's gym. I dropped an interview on that. And I told you guys, I've been high and low from the East Coast to the West Coast. I've been to New Mexico. I've been to San Antonio. I've been to LA. I've been to Kansas City, and even in Florida. And I haven't met a Mexican or a Chicano that was picking Ryan Garcia to beat Tank Davis. And I said, that's shocking to me because they always ride with their own. They was riding with the black guy over the Mexican-American. That told me everything I needed to know. But not only that, when I was in the LA, I found out that Ryan Garcia wasn't training. He was only training with Joe Gooson 3 days a week. Ryan Garcia dropped the interview saying that, he trained at home, meaning he was training with his dad. And I said, this boy in trouble. So Joe Gooson really hands was tied because Ryan Garcia was doing pretty much what he wanted to do. And that's the truth. And I know this for a fact because I was out there. I did these interviews. I spoke to the people. I'm boots on the ground. I go to these fights. I'm going to Devin Haney Lomachenko fight next month in Vegas. I'll be there. So, but go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to talk up your time. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. What I'm trying to say is that if he doesn't have any information or data to back up anything that he said earlier, he shouldn't come out his face and say something that he doesn't know anything about. Like, you don't know what Tank fans or anybody's fans, what they're going to buy, what they're not going to buy, right? Mm-hmm. Just because Ryan has millions of followers doesn't mean that every single one of them are going to pay $89, whatever it is, to buy his pay-per-view. Because if that was the case, they would have tasked him with a pay-per-view in his last fight against, what's his face? The dude from Dominican Republic. They would have tasked him with
Somebody hate the Garcia.
No, I'm talking about who Ryan fought last.
Oh, Ryan fought, he fought Tago. He fought not Tago. He fought Fandor. Was it? No, not Fandor. Damn, I forgot the dude's name. I forgot his name.
Exactly.
I forgot his name. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. No, he's a vet. He's a vet. But I forgot. Hey, who that was that Ryan? Yeah, Fortuna. He fought Fortuna. That's what he fought. Fortuna.
So what I'm trying to say is that Rick shouldn't be talking about something that he doesn't know anything about. He doesn't know anything about whose fans are going to buy what. All he does is see numbers at the end of the day, and that's what you should report on. You have no idea or any data or any information supporting saying that, oh, these fans buy and these fans steal. Because everybody does that shit. Everybody has access to illegal links. Everybody. Mm-hmm. So to sit there and be like, only their fans do it is bullshit.
But that's my call. Appreciate
All right,
it.
shout out to DB from Maryland. Salute. Shout out to Shad. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, you think Tank Team can pull them A-side tactics with Shakur, with Jay Prince in the mix? Nah, you know what? Hey, Shad, check this out. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, boy. Shad, you said some real stuff just then. I'm fixing to be perfectly honest with you. Booger Ray Leonard and them is terrified of Jay Prince. Jay Prince sent them goons years ago to Las Vegas when Floyd Mayweather tried to get out of his contract. He had one more fight on his contract with Jay Prince as a manager, and he tried to let the contract expire, have a fight after the date, and he had a fight and tried not to pay Jay Prince, and Jay Prince sent them goons up there, and they tied my dog Booger Ray Leonard up in the trunk. They had Booger Ray Leonard duck-tied, hog-tied in the trunk, and they threw him in the trunk like with the rats and roaches. And he was, and Floyd had to go beg the white man, Bob Arum, to free Leonard. You know, I'm Leonard. Oh my gosh, Bob. Oh my gosh. Oh, Floyd, what's wrong, Floyd? Chad, Floyd, what's wrong? Oh my God, they got Leonard. Well, what do you mean, Floyd? Who got Leonard? Jay Prince. He said the goons. What goons, Floyd? I thought Jay Prince was your manager. Oh, Bob, I'm trying to get out of the contract. I owe him one more fight, and he's supposed to get $600,000. He's supposed to get $600,000 from my next fight, and I don't want to pay him anymore. I don't like him anymore. Floyd, you can't do that, Floyd. You're gonna have to fight under the contract. You know why are you crying to me like a little bitch? Oh, Bob, please, I need Leonard. Floyd, Leonard doesn't do anything. The only thing he does, Floyd, he rubs your nipples. He gives you a massage. He bites his bottom lip, and he looks at you with bedroom eyes. I have a whole bunch of tenderonis over here, Floyd, that you can use. Got Big Booty Judy, Bow-Legged Kim. I have Drop It Like It's Hot Sarah. I have Good Cooter Cat Lisa. I have all these tenderonis you can use. But Bob, they can't replace Leonard. You know, no one looks at me the way Leonard looks at me. No one looks at me. Floyd, why do you want Leonard to look at you? I have all of these tenderonis. You don't lead Leonard. Why do you think I'm undefeated? Why do you think I'm undefeated right now? Leonard played a very, very valuable part in my success. Floyd, Leonard didn't do anything.
Make it last forever. Don't let I love you.
And listen, let me tell you guys something. Boy, let me tell you, if you are a man in the chat, and if you had a woman that look at you with those bedroom eyes, the way Booger Ray Leonard looked at Floyd, and if you had a woman that bit her bottom lip, the way the way Booger Ray bit his bottom lip when he was gazing at Floyd while he was massaging the nips, guess what? You got your keeper, boy. True. Boy, you got your keeper, boy. If you had a woman that look at you the way Booger Ray Leonard looked at Floyd, Lord have mercy. I'm talking about the Lord, the ham and the mercy. Any man had a woman that looked at you the way Booger Ray Leonard looked at Floyd, boy. I'm trying to tell you something. Hey, Booger Ray, let us know. We know you got Tank Davis. Who's the next big star coming out of Mayweather Promotions?
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say, you know, and I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing, you know, again, because when you have, you know, an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
Man, they terrified of Jay Prince, boy. Let me tell you something. I seriously doubt that they terrified of Jay Prince. Boy, they don't want, boy, let me tell you something. Floyd Mayweather, Booger Ray Leonard, they don't want to have anything to do with Jay Prince, boy. Because, listen, Booger Ray, I tell you what, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if Tank Davis say, hey, look, I want to fight Shakur Stevenson next. We're just gonna throw that out there, hypothetically speaking. If Tank Davis say he want to fight Shakur Stevenson, and let's say they was to make that fight happen, I can promise you, you will not see Booger Ray Leonard at any press conferences on stage with Jay Prince.
True.
Yeah. Hey, I'm dead serious, bro. I can promise you this. Boy, I can promise you this. If Booger Ray Leonard, if Tank Davis say, no, I want to knock Shakur out, we're gonna make that fight, and we're gonna make Devin Haney fight. I want to take on Shakur as well. Check this out. I can promise you, if Al Heyman and the boys make that fight happen, anytime they have a press conference, I can promise you that Booger Ray Leonard will not be there.
True.
Cause when Booger Ray see Jay Prince, he think of duct tape, hog tied, the trunk of a car, rats and roaches. Bro, let me tell you something. If Bob Arum, the white man, and I got to tell you revolutionaries this. I have to tell you revolutionaries this now. If it wasn't for the white man, Bob Arum, Booger Ray Leonard would be sleeping with the fishes right now.
Sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Didn't you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hold out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
There ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
All I know is, boy, listen, boy, Jay Prince, boy, listen, boy, Booger Ray don't want none of that, man. I'm dead serious. If you ask Booger Ray right now and say, hey, Booger Ray, like I said before, Booger Ray, right now, we're trying to make this fight. Me and Jay Prince, we let bygones be bygones. You are one of the best massage therapists that I've ever had. I've never had anyone rub my nipples in between rounds the way you did, Booger Ray. Floyd, oh my gosh, Floyd, it was such a honor and a pleasure for you letting me rub your nipples, Floyd, biting my bottom lip. I looked at you with bedroom eyes, Floyd. I have these double barrel shotgun garage nose nostrils, and I can snort a half a brick in like 2 seconds. Floyd, thank you so much. It's been such an honor working with you. Yeah, we're thinking about doing the fight with Jay Prince. Bro, listen, if they did that, they say, Booger Ray, will you be on the stage with us, with Jay Prince, when we make this fight? With Shakur and Tank? I promise you, with Shakur and Tank, I promise you, Booger Ray will probably plead the fifth. And I mean that.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? They try to make that fight, boy. Lord have mercy, boy. I wanna let y'all know something. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I get the argument. People say Tank ain't the face of boxing, Canelo the face of boxing, this and that. I am an advocate for having more than one guy that's supposed to be the top guy in the sport. I want to see Tank Davis become, he already is one of the top guys in the sport of boxing. I'm an advocate of wanting to see other guys like, the Spencers, the Crawfords, the Shakur Stevensons, the Haneys. I think it's good for the sport if you have multiple guys who have big fan bases, huge fan bases, and stuff like that, and it creates the excitement. I'm not the guy that's want to sit here and say, oh no, this is my fight over here. That's my fighter. No, he the only one that's the top dog, and ain't nobody else doing nothing. Again, Canelo is that guy. I can't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo is that guy. He's the face of boxing and stuff like that. But my thing is, I want to see other fighters, reach those heavenly heights as well. I don't have an emotional attachment to any of these fighters. I don't have an emotional attachment to Canelo, Tank, Ryan, Shakur, Devin, you guys know I'm an old school guy. So, but for me, I think for the overall growth of the sport, that it's good to have. I'm happy that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia did good, and it created excitement. They have fight parties and everything. We should be happy for that. You got some people that seem like they mad that these two young dudes did good. It just don't make no sense to me. I don't get it. This is the last call. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's your never D Block.
D Block, 2 times. Talk to me,
Coach. Do you really think Ellaby and Mayweather, like we talked about this? I mean, this is where it's going to come down to it. I mean, I know Oscar De La Hoya ain't going to be scared to put my board with somebody because we said, right, Coach? Friday we said, all right, whoever wins this fight, they're going to step up now. Now that he won because of because of the clause, because I think he won because of that. But my boy looked weak in the knees, but it's okay. Now that he won, if he takes a step back, what are you going to say of that?
What would you consider a step back?
Cruz. Cruz is a step back because Cruz ducked Shakur Stevenson. So that tells you that Cruz has more confidence in himself fighting Tank Davis than he does Shakur Stevenson. That means he has no fear because it'll be the second fight. He already knows how he fights, and he'll come in with the same. I don't know if he'll come in with the same. It could be like Castillo versus Floyd Mayweather too. I don't know, but I think Cruz has more confidence in himself because he sees that he could take advantage of Tank Davis's ring IQ compared to Shakur Stevenson. What you say of that?
Man, I totally disagree with that. I mean, if Tank fight Isaac Cruz again, which is likely, I doubt that. Isaac Cruz fights one way. He's going to come forward. He's going to have his fist. He's going to have his fist under his chin, and he's going to come forward. He has slow feet. He doesn't know how to jab his way to get on the inside. He's going to throw the bolo punch, overhand left, overhand right. He's going to throw them wide hooks like Clubber Lane. That's what he's going to do. And he's going to get outboxed again. That's what I see happening. He's going to get outboxed again. Tank, no, he can't hurt the guy because Tank caught him with a clean uppercut multiple times in that fight. And Isaac Cruz ate that uppercut and he kept coming. So Tank understands that, hey, you know what I mean? I ain't going to be able to knock this dude out. So I'm going to just outbox him. That's all I see happening if Isaac Cruz fight him again. Because Isaac Cruz, he only fights one way. He only fights one way. Yeah. He's a bulldog. He got that thick neck. He just going to come forward. You know what I mean? And try to land the bomb. Now, he did buckle Tank a couple of times on the ropes. He did buckle him a couple of times. But, outside of that's all going to happen. But it'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight, though. It'll be a good fight.
I got one more thing to say, and that's it. Because I'm going to let it be, and I'm going to let it go. Because I know what I got to do as a man, as a real man. Not like Casino Light and Rick Tim. Which Rick Tim's, after him accusing me of being a Tank Davis fan, should have been banned from the show for 6 months. So, but we good. We passed that. I want to appreciate all the people that have my back. I want to appreciate the people that are real supporters of D Block. And I want to tell everybody that hate on D Block with facts. Okay, y'all go with your own facts. That I promise you, there's gonna be a day. Shakur's coming. Devin Haney's coming. Believe me, he was there. Okay, he was there at the fight. He bought his own ticket because you want to see what he was up to. And he probably said, man, I got this. I got this in the bank. Shakur looked at that. He said, man, I got this shit. Don't make no mess. But like I said, Coach, I want to thank everybody. But believe me, your day's coming. Because even the great ones had a loss. And when I get you, Baltimore, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville.
Hey, D-Block got his nuts crossed. Hey, we call that in Florida? Man, he got his nuts crossed on a nigga, man. The nigga got his nuts crossed. He got his fingers crossed, his toes crossed, his legs crossed, his eyes crossed. Hey, just imagine. Just imagine. Hey, you know what? All jokes aside. Hey, DeMar, check this out. I had a dude who hated me so bad, dog. The dude I had a super hater. This was probably about 15 years ago. This dude hated my guts, dog. Like, this nigga had his nuts crossed, his legs crossed. This is what I told him. I said, my nigga, you got your nuts crossed on me like that? He just couldn't stand me, right? Me and him almost got into altercation in the studio. I said, dog, my nigga, you got your legs crossed, your toes crossed, your fingers crossed, your nuts crossed, your eyes crossed. This nigga, his arms crossed. This nigga had everything crossed, boy. But hey, the more he hated, the more successful I was. And I say all that to say this. I see a few people. I get more love than hate. So much love to the family in the chat. We're growing as a channel. There's quite a few channels and their subscribers. They are very, very upset at the success of Coach Malachi Williams and True Media Boxing and the family over here, right? They're very upset at the success. What I'm gonna tell you guys is this. I'm not talking about you guys in the chat. I'm talking about the haters. I'm gonna tell you haters this. You haters who hate my guts, you energize me. You don't understand that how I manipulate you haters to you help me. You energize us over here. We're family over here. You ain't stopping us. We've been doing this for like 2 years and 4 months, 16 months. You know what I mean? You energizing us. You can't stop the inevitable. What is ordained for a man that God gives, there's nothing you can do to stop that. You can cross your nuts, you can cross your legs, you can cross your eyes, you can cross your arms, you can cross your toes, you can cross whatever you want to cross. You can't stop what's ordained for us over here. So keep hating, keep watching, you know what I mean? Keep the notifications on, call the show. Well, the haters don't call the show, but you ain't stopping nothing, dog. I'm too talented. I'm too gifted. We have good shows. We have the best boxing daytime podcast on YouTube, period. Hands down. We talk about, y'all don't have the energy I have. You don't have the swag I have. You don't know how to multitask the way I do. I show my face and I get on the plane and go to the flights and meet these people. You don't have that, fam. So what you can do, you either gonna get down or lay down. You ain't stopping me. I'm talking about these hating ass YouTube channels and your subscribers. You ain't stopping me. You can't stop me. You don't have the talent I have, and you don't have to get the gap that I have, to be honest with you. You don't have it. You know what I mean? So keep hating. It is what it is. Much love to everybody. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Can't stop it, dog.
Hurting the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
Nobody's bigger than the group.
Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me.
They coming to see the Temptations.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
They like this nigga here. He got this little small YouTube channel, a little over 20,000. He had 800 people in here. 800 people in here today watching this show. Some of you dudes, y'all got big channels. You can't get 600-700 people to come and watch y'all. Come on, man, cut it out. You can't stop this, boy. Remember that.
Don't ever forget. When I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to big time boxing. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
You know, we got to say all praises due to the almighty Mr. Allen Heyman.
Well, I guess I got to be like everybody else and sing Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name,
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. Them names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
We want to know who's badder than the Shogun.
Who's badder than the Shogun?
Bruce Leroy, that you.
Bruce Leroy. Bruce Leroy.
We got to do the roll call. Let's give a shout out to everybody who called the show. Shout out to Rick Glaser who came on the show. Let's give him a round of applause. Shout out to Fee from Duval. Shout out to Yarmus from Brooklyn. BK, stand up, my dog, Yarmus. Shout out to Marvin from Jersey, Brick City. Shout out to Uncle Charles from Alabama. Shout out to John from Houston. A-Sound in the building. Shout out to Jamar from Detroit, D-Town. Shout out to Brim Reaper from Connecticut. Shout out to Shot News from New York. Shout out to Alfred, man, from the Bay Area. Shout out to Smitty from Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to Trap from Orlando. Shout out to Marcus from DC. Shout out to World Comeback Sports from the ATL. Shout out to Raphael, man, from New York. Shout out to Rick from Southside. But dog, Rick, Southside, baby. I got to come to Houston, man, Southside, man. You know I'm trying to get that Jay Prince interview. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get that Jay Prince interview, man. I might be coming to Houston to get that interview, Rick. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know ahead of time, fam. Shout out to DJ from Texas. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh from DC. Shout out to Dirty Red from Mississippi. Shout out to James Lee, man, for B-More, man. This Tank Davis' cousin, man. James Lee, man. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to D-Block from Dallas, Texas. 2 times he called. Shout out to Major Key, my brother from the Orlando. And shout out to DB from Maryland, man. Yes, sir, man. It is what it is. Once again, this song is our boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. You ought to know what time it is, man. A lot of you sapsuckers, man, don't know what it is, man. But who you think it is? DJ Quick?
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid Capri?
I didn't say
huh? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I tell you something. Money, you know, I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat too, man. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Jamie Rivera. Shout out to ADD. Shout out to Basil. Shout out to my main man, Knockdown 305, Dade County's finest. Shout out to my dog, man, Rick from H-Town, Houston. You know what I mean? Much love for Houston. Shout out to Marty King Boxing. You know what I mean? Shout out to D Quest. Shout out to Eduardo. Shout out to my brother Rick Timms. Shout out to my sister Bless 365, my sister Lisa Bells. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Nick Rich, Marty King Boxing, L.E.N., Dade County's finest, Knockdown 305, H Entertainment. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to Marquis, my brother Marquis. Shout out to doggone Jamie Rivera, some rando. Them dudes ain't even got the energy I got. When y'all come over here, we have fun over here. When y'all come over here, we have fun over here, man. That's what we do. We have fun. We kick it. They ain't got the energy we got over here. And when y'all come over here, y'all, everybody got problems in the chat. Everybody got things that they're going through in the chat. When y'all come over here, you get a chance to let your nuts hang or let your breasts hang, and you get a chance to just to hang out in Shang-a-Lang over here and rock with the old boy. And we have fun and we enjoy ourselves. That's what we do over here. Them other dudes, they ain't got the swag we got. And guess what? That's why y'all can't do it the way I do it. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. Shout out to World Comeback Sports. Shout out to Boxing Wave, Ring IQ, Sporting Icons, Punch Perfect Boxing, True Sports TV. Just all of those guys, Mac Mob, the E-Thriller, all those guys, my brother Blood Boxing. And anybody else I may have forgot, Boxing Voice, shout out to Nestor Gibbs as well. Shout out to you, Ness. Just all of those guys who doing their big things. I can't name everybody, you know what I mean? But just shout out to everybody, man. It is what it is. But to the ops, y'all let them know what time it is. To the ops, this is how Coach Malachi Williams feel about you.
Fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Shout out to my sister Food Revolution too, man. Hey, B-More. Hey, we gonna be playing y'all all week. Everybody from B-More, Tank Davis fans, you guys know I'm a man of my word. And shout out to Quentin too, man, from B-More. I told you guys, I'm gonna be playing y'all song every day. It is what it is. Y'all got to learn that B-More dance, man. Tank Davis won. It is what it is. It's a celebration. You ought to know what time it is. Now we normally have on Tenderoni Fridays. We normally play our jam on Tenderoni Fridays. But since Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, they put on for the city, they got boxing fans excited this past weekend. I got to do this for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Guys, man, tomorrow, man, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a video I'm dropping tomorrow too, man. You guys know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.